All right. Welcome everyone to D&D Maddening Tides session number 23, Durnan's Chamber of Secrets. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
All right.
Wait, is stream up?
Yep.
I'm all discombobulated. Okay. Using 3 computers to run D&D is actually
it just
fun.
never refreshed, so it still showed you as hosting for me. So I was like, I guess he just hasn't started yet.
Odd.
Alrighty. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Whoever is doing a recap today, go ahead and tell us what happened last session.
All right. Well, we jumped off the deep end and ventured into the Undermountain. The idea that we're following some man claiming to be a Risk's father is intriguing, I suppose, but my expectations are a bit low. Nonetheless, Durnan's Hole has been a bit more interesting than I could have imagined. My connection to necromancy continues to grow. It's becoming a bit easier with each passing moment to do whatever is necessary in our travels. The Blood of Vold teaches us that we should protect those around us and to seek self-improvement. Well, these minions are certainly proving to be powerful instruments for us to benefit from, and I'm learning a bit about them as well. As we begin venturing in the direction I can only assume is north, we stuck to the theory that going to the right as often as possible would be the best method to proceed. It would lead us down a path which ultimately brought us back to the hole once more. Though a hidden passage would lead back out with a spy window built into it, obviously meant to track those coming in and out. As we continued on, we found a door, which of itself wasn't too outlandish. However, it was a trap meant to draw attention to ourselves. It worked flawlessly, and we were greeted by several vampires, or so they claimed. Something felt off about it. I kind of played along with it, offering them the gold they wanted for passage. However, my life sense proved to be interesting in weeding out the costume pretenders from their post. They would meet us with full aggression, and we would respond swiftly. As they began to fall, the ruse was apparent, and their leader, well, he wasn't quite so willing to give up his life as the others were. We learned a few useful things, namely that the Xanathar Guild is present on this level of the Undermountain, somewhere off to the south. Apparently, they have a band of bugbears that have been stalking his men. My guess is they probably thought these men would make for good eating at some point. Napoleon Bonaparte was barely hanging on by the end of it, and once he began to waver, I knew I needed a replacement. It turns out zombies will potentially be more abundant if these people continue to accost us. Scary Potter, as I called him, has now joined our ranks to defend us. It's quite interesting. When you threaten an individual that you'll feed them to an undead minion, they suddenly fear for their lives. He also was a little too willing to sell his wife down the river as well, the poor soul. A bit of searching to the south led us to a dead end, though, where we found a few floating brain creatures called Grells that were awaiting us. Once Napoleon collapsed, well, it was Scary's turn to carry the cursed sword. We certainly can't leave that behind. Oh, and in case you're wondering, I didn't feed the man to the undead. Nope, we sent him stark nude back through Durnan's Hole. Which I can only assume isn't the first man that's done so.
It's both an entrance and an exit.
I hate you all so much. All right, so you found yourself still within the first level of Undermountain, venturing through, finding some not so scary vampires in the form of the Undertaker bandits, getting rid of them, though you were told about possible another group of them that may lie elsewhere in here, but you decided not to venture after them, instead going to where the floating eye creatures were, or the floating brain creatures, sorry.
Big
And
brains.
killed all big brains. Killing all of them as you ventured into this large room, slaying all 3 of the Grells here. Unfortunately, losing one of the feeding time for the cats. Fortunately, losing one of Kai's companions along the way, but he has another one in Scary Potter. So, you're still in Undermountain, still things to do, and as I find the right mouse to use, I will put you back on the map. And zoom you over. This one. There we go. Alright. What do you want to do?
I didn't zoom. Did
It
anyone
didn't
else
zoom for me
I
either.
didn't zoom either.
Well, shit. Try again. Oh, wait. Object and token slayer. Now? No?
No.
I mean, fine. We can just find it.
Eh,
Zoom it
There,
out.
that did it.
I used the wrong keyboard. I'm sorry.
Damn
I have 3 of everything.
it. God damn it, Jen.
It's so confusing. I've determined that I do not ever want a multi-PC setup. I'm not good at this. Alright. Grells are dead. Their bodies still warm on the floor. What do you want to do?
Oh, it all dead ends in here. Okay.
Yeah, it just dead ends. Everything here.
Did I ask at the end of this session? Yes, right? That's what the nature checks were for? I got Grell poison, right?
Yeah, you got,
Yes, I wrote it down. I got 3 vials. Never mind. I wrote it down. We're good. Ignore me.
Okay. Alright.
Are these doors to the north and the east?
As you're looking around inside this room, you see this 50 square foot room has these 5 pillars within it that are made of mortared humanoid bones painted black. You saw that there were 2 alcoves with 3 Grells originally in them. They're now dead. You see the floors of this alcove are littered with gnawed bones of past meals. Looking at some of the bones, you can definitely tell there's some small humanoid ones, probably goblins or something of that nature in there. But you do see the alcoves do definitely dead end into walls. There are no doors here.
Based off my familiarity with these alcoves and secret entrances that we have found multiple of, do I find anything in either of the alcoves that would indicate a hidden door or something like that?
You could look around a little bit closer. Give me an investigation check.
Could I assist him?
Sure.
How about I assist you? You take the lead.
No, you.
No, you please.
Viz said that he wanted to look around, so...
I believe in you. See? Look, you did so good.
I'm not gonna find anything.
You found this thing that's definitely right here.
Make a nature check, Viz.
Ooh.
With advantage still, or just straight?
Sure. Nice. As
not
you're,
1 or 3.
As you're looking through, searching the walls, you are able to tell that there's definitely not any doors. It's solid walls here. Looking a bit closer at the bones, though, you see that there's a mixture of these small, femurs and forearm bones and such that probably belong to small humanoids. You also see some other very slender bones that kind of go up to a weird-looking rib cage almost, but extends much further. It almost looks a bit snake-like of something else that was consumed here.
Does it look similar to the snake bones that I have from the first pillar forest? Because I have some with me, because I'm going to grind them up for Kai later. I'm going to compare them.
Somewhat smaller than the ones you retrieved earlier, but kind of the somewhat similar structure. No skulls, though.
When I found the bones, were they in a position that would indicate it was like wrapped around the pillar, similar to that first pillar room?
No, you're finding these in the piled up in the 2 alcoves where you found the Grells.
Gotcha. Not the spires made of bone, but just in this. Gotcha. I'm going to pocket some of these as well.
Okay.
Well, I don't remember where our backtrack would take us, but I guess we go back now. What is the
we-
arrow?
Well, we were told that there was a long hallway, and to the west would lead us to floaty creatures that are scary. And south of the pillar leads the sign says certain death. It actually leads to a dead end, and there's a small cave with a monument of a headless statue, based off what Uktarl told us.
And we didn't check out the stairway to the north from the last big chamber we were in with the vampires.
And that's where his wife is, right? To the north?
Yeah,
I
a
believe
temple.
so, yeah.
What did he call that temple? Where his wife is? His wife is at the temple, is what I wrote, with the other half of the Undertakers.
Yeah. We could go that way.
You don't want to lead towards certain death?
I just feel like I want to avoid certain death, personally. Just, it's just not really my thing. Prefer not to die.
Sure. Yeah, I'm with you. If you want to go north, meet the guy's wife.
Yeah, I think that would be a good choice.
The first statue we found of the Sahuagin, was it headless? No,
It had a
headless
head,
was
but
a
it
hinge or
unscrewed.
something.
It would
Gotcha.
unscrew.
Mm-hmm.
And it had eye, sockets and a little area that looked like candle wax so that it would have glowy eyes. And that's where I found the Lock of Trickery. Bad person, CK.
All right. Well, yeah. Let's go out of this room then. No one needs a rest or anything, right? Everyone's feeling okay?
No, I'm good.
I feel fine. Anyone else not feel fine? I actually don't know.
No,
There's a
I'm
bit of
feeling
some
okay.
upping in there, so I'm not sure if you're actually fine.
I'm fine.
I do actually feel fine, yeah.
Shot, if you want, I can have Scary Potter carry you.
Nope. I will. If he touches me, I will kill him. I just want you to be aware of that.
I don't know. They're starting to grow on me.
Well, he can carry you then.
And I jump into Scary Potter's arms. just out of character.
Out of character, just kidding.
Would you call that boning?
Putting a Durnan's arm.
Oh gosh.
You picked this group, Havoc.
I did. Wait for everybody to catch up. Viz, go ahead and hold there for me, please.
I don't know. Okay, this way. Didn't we already go this way?
Yeah.
To the north? Am I crazy?
That's where we came from, the north. That's where we're going. So we can go further north.
Okay, I
As
didn't realize there was
everybody
just further north.
Forward. Everybody go ahead and give me perception checks, please.
With advantage?
Nah.
Nah.
Please?
Hey.
That's
First
two,
drink of the night.
that's 2 drinks.
2 drinks.
One for my fail and one for his success. To failures and successes.
Failures and successes. As you're moving down the hallway, it's long and dark, as it was before. No light has presented itself. As you get towards the end where it meets a T intersection here, the northern path leading to a door now opened. And you do see that it does remain open to this point. It hasn't been closed behind you since you ventured to the Grells. The southern passage seems just as dark as before. Risk, Jot, and Kai. As you're moving forward towards the door, you hear kind of You hear kind of a squelching and almost chewing sound coming from the north through the doorway.
There's something in there.
I don't hear anything.
There's definitely something in there.
That's a first.
I usually hear those kind of things,
You
though.
don't hear the chewing sound?
Mm-mm.
Kai's gonna send Scary Potter in.
Okay.
I can't see. Oh yeah, I can. Never mind. It doesn't have the 5-foot light like we usually do. The zombie.
Is Scary Potter carrying the magic sword?
Mm-hmm.
Who had it before, though? What was the other guy's name?
Other-
Napoleon Bonaparte.
Yeah, Napoleon Bonaparte.
There we go.
It sounds like you're taking a leak every time that happens.
Keeps happening.
How many kitties are eating?
As Scary Potter walks into the room, he sees something, and you're all able to see through the dim light. You see 3 large creatures. They seem to be hunched over their almost elongated, almost serpentine bodies, leaning over where the bodies of the dead bandits to be, and you hear this crunching and squelching sound.
Why not? I'm gonna send Pet Zombie in. He's gonna walk forward and smack it with his longsword.
Okay. Very engrossed in its eating, it does not notice. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Yeah.
16 will hit for 8 slashing damage. All right. So as what can I use this keyboard? As you hear, you hear a clanging sound as the longsword cuts into this beast. Immediately, you hear this cry of pain. Hearing movement and shuffling inside, the squelching and gnawing stops momentarily, and you can see all 3 creatures are now seeing what's going on and finally catching wind of all of you. I need everybody to roll for initiative.
Yep.
I hear it now, Jot.
Oh, good.
You were right.
I still don't see anything because I'm in the back.
Oh, I don't either. So I think we should all just kite it down this hallway, and we should all back up.
We'll call Scary Potter in there.
Oh, no,
So-
these initiatives.
So that's kind of like what I'm using him for. I'm using him to go in and be the bait and allow us to get eyes on what the hell's going on in the room.
Risk, I'm assuming you have a higher dex than Kai.
I think so. It's
I think
max.
that's a reasonable assumption. Alrighty. So, with Kai and Scary Potter realizing immediately something's in there, Risk catching sight as the sword illuminates a somewhat familiar creature. You remember fighting one of these on the surface before that was attacking some people while you were on guard duty. A carrion crawler. Except there's 3 of them now.
Maybe
Alright.
we should have hit those things. Maybe we should just run away.
Mm-hmm. Alright, Chance. Or Risk. Damn it. Risk, it is your turn.
Alright, I'm going to step around the corner. And this one is the only one I can really... I'm going to step forward just a little bit. This one's the only one I can really see. And I'm going to take 3 shots at it.
Okay.
13 to hit.
Hits.
I remember had low AC. I do remember that.
All 3 attacks will hit.
And then I'm going to get the fuck out.
Okay.
Shit 'em out.
All right. Risk running in with his hand crossbow out. 3 quick shots hitting the carrion crawler that's looking down towards your zombie friend. It takes all 3 bolts, but is still very much alive. Kai.
I'm gonna take a page from his book, peek my head in, see the one up there. Just going to cast Toll the Dead on him because he's all by himself.
All right. This one here.
Yep.
Okay. Wisdom.
And you want to get rid of the bandit guy because he's not there anymore.
Wait, that's supposed to be 2d12 now.
Yeah, the
It
D12
is.
is still messed up.
Oh, I changed it. It's
The D8s
not.
are good.
Yeah, it's still not doing it.
20 on his wisdom save.
Ooh, rough. Okay, he takes no damage.
All right.
It's a very wise carrion crawler.
And then immediately back into the corner and say, all right, we know what we're dealing with here. Carrion crawlers.
All right. Trying to toll the dead on this creature, just unable to connect with this necrotic energy from it. Viz.
Oh, I remember those things.
The poison was really bad. Remember
Okay, I'm gonna
that?
pop my head in there. I can see nothing, so I'm just gonna leave. That's as far as I can get, and I'm gonna hold an action. I can't see them to target them with any spell, so if I see one, shit. If I see two of them together, I'm going to cast Bane. At least two of them.
Okay, so if you see two of them, Bane. All right, you hear rustling movement and such as the carrion crawlers begin to attack. This one is going to attack Scary Pot. 12 to hit.
Hits.
Okay. Constitution saving throw. Oh, wait.
Absent
You
check for
poisoned.
Scary Potter.
No. I'm immune to poison.
Oh.
Okay. All right, so he will just...
That's fair. You know, that actually does make sense. But actually, isn't it a zombie? It's a zombie, but yeah, zombies. That makes sense. That
The undead, yeah.
Damage immunity. Okay, all right. So yeah, it lunges out with the tentacles, wrapping around and grappling. No, not grappling, just slapping against it. You see, Scary Potter is completely unaffected with the poison dripping through the holes in his skin and such. It is then going to try to bite him instead.
Okay.
13 to hit this time.
Yep.
Dealing 4 points of piercing damage as it takes a chunk of skin away.
Okay.
This one, 5, 10, 15, 20. I think they have a normal movement speed. Is going to move up and bite. 14 to hit.
Hits.
Another 7 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
5, 10. Damn it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Alright. Let's do it this way. Ugh, not having my extension makes me sad. 4. There we go. All right, and you hear more shuffling and then this weird scraping sound coming from within there as well. All right, that's their turn. Jot.
I will scooch up 5, 10, 15. Look in there. Yep. Nope. Back up. I'm gonna reach out and I'm gonna cast Enlarge Reduce on Risk.
Okay.
Let's see, hang on.
Wait, who ended up with the ring?
Which ring?
The ring that we got from in here. That had
Sexy
the
dwarven
dwarvish
ring?
ring. Yeah, the sexy dwarvish
Jot
ring.
does.
Yeah.
Just
Was
so
it
has a-
magical? I don't have
Not sure.
it down. I believe you that I took it. That's probably my other notes. Okay. And I'll back up to here again. And that's my turn.
All right, so you watch as Risk begins to stretch and deform a bit, moving up and to the point where both of his elbows can almost touch the north and south walls of this chamber. Growing pretty large, to a large size at this point.
Do your crossbows grow too, or are they still tiny?
They grow.
Yeah, everything on this person grows. Talia.
Ha, he got enlarged in Durden's hole. Sorry.
Shaking my head in disappointment now.
I'm gonna scoot up so I can see. And then I'm gonna take my crossbow because I don't want to ruin any of my weapons and shoot the crossbow at that guy.
Okay. 21 will hit. For 6.
Let me turn off my rage because I'm not really raging.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not Richard. I should test that on you. That would have been too.
And then I'm gonna hit him again.
Okay. Natural 20.
Drink!
Oh,
Nice.
I'm just gonna get everyone drunk tonight.
so, 1 second. I don't have that pulled up.
Roll D100.
Can I find it again? Yes, I can. Nice. Okay, give me a D100, please. 69.
Giggity.
Nice.
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 Fuck it for nice. Go ahead and give me one more roll. One more D100. Let's take 10 points of damage. 87, okay.
87ing is almost as fun as 69ing.
Almost. Roll another D8 for me.
It's when you're fucking a snowman.
Alright. So as Talia fires off, anything else you'd like to return before I narrate?
I'm gonna scoot back.
Okay. So as Talia moves forward, catching sight of 2 of these carrion crawlers surrounding your zombie friend named Scary Potter, fires off 2 bolts with their crossbow. The first one hitting into kind of in the tail area and then fires up. You see it flying through the air and hitting up towards where this bulbous eye is, and it actually punctures into it. This purplish green fluid leaking out of the wound. You'll get an extra damage die on this, so another 7, so 17 points of damage with that second attack.
Nice.
Nice, Talia.
Great force. Okay.
I'm gonna give Viz a thumbs up.
All
I didn't
right.
actually see what you did, but you have a really big grin on your face, so I think it was good.
All right, Scary Potter.
Swipe. Ooh, nice.
Which one's in
To the north.
north? All right, 21 will hit for 4 points of damage.
And that's all he can do.
All right. Clunk. Once again with the glowing sword. Risk.
Alright, Risk is going to take a peek inside his pants because this spell's amazing.
Never casting this on you again. The single time you get this, okay? Enjoy it for the
walk-
next minute.
Totally, guys.
I mean, I can do that too.
Walk into the room. Which one? Is this the one that we've been attacking?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to take 2 shots at him.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! I can see 2 of them. Can I cast Bane?
Can you see 2 of them?
Yeah, because Kai makes a whole fuck ton of light. I can barely see 2 of them.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and...
Oh my god! I thought my spell was gonna fizzle.
Oh.
Yeah, before Risk attacks, go ahead and cast your Bane. What is that, a wisdom save for them?
Charisma.
Charisma? Yeah.
Charisma? Oh boy. 2
Yes.
and a 10.
When Risk walks in the room, glowing with his largeness, there's light everywhere. I can see 2 of them now. So I'm just gonna kind of Naruto style. I'm gonna bite my thumb and get a drop of blood and throw it on the ground and cast Bane on them. So the ones I can see are this one and this one.
All right, well, they rolled a 2 and a 10, so...
Okay. They are both negatively affected with Bane.
All right, so whenever attack roll or saving throw, they roll a d4 and subtract it. Okay. All right, and Risk, you were attacking, yes?
Yep. That was a 27.
On the north one, right?
Yep, for 8 points of damage.
8 points. Okay.
And then I'm going to attack that one again.
Okay. 27 hits. All right. As you fire off the second shot, firing it up through, doing 11 points of damage, more than enough. As it hits into this thing, it catches the side of it. You see it falling over to the side, to the ground, and with a heavy thud, lands on top of the fake vampire bodies.
And then the other one that I can see, I'm going to take my last shot at him.
Okay.
You can't roll a 1 again, right?
Yeah, right.
Hey!
2 points of damage. Nice.
And that is also going to be a push attack. So it's a strength saving throw.
Is the one you hit baned?
It is. So it's 20 points of total damage on the attack.
9.
He fails.
Okay.
And so he is
And he's-
pushed 15 feet back, like this way.
Okay.
And that is the end of my turn.
All right. Risk running in, firing off shots, taking out one carrion crawler with some meaty hits from his enlarged crossbow, or hand crossbow rather. The other one being pushed back from the force of these almost small trunk-sized crossbow bolts hitting into it. Kai.
Peek in. Hey, I can see two of them side by side. And they're less than 60 feet away. I am once again going to cast Toll the Dead. And it should hit both of them.
How close do they have to be for it to hit both?
They just have to be within 5 feet of each other.
Okay, this one to the left, y'all actually can't see too well because it's climbing up the pillar.
Oh.
It's actually 20 feet off the ground.
Okay, so then it will only hit the closest one.
All right.
Or go for the closest one.
Wisdom save 3.
Takes 10 necrotic. And I changed
Alright.
it so it's 2d12 now.
Cool. Yeah. All right. Yeah, as you fire off this time you can feel the necrotic energy from the bell tolling in the distance, seeping into this creature's mind. It wails and waves back and forth as it finally collapses to the ground. But you do still hear and see movement with this other one still climbing up the pillar.
Then I am also going to use my Channel Divinity on that one since I brought it to 0 with the spell.
Okay.
So I just need to know what the target's hit die are, and I'll add that.
It is, once it loads, a D10.
Nice.
Alright.
All right, and
It's a fighter.
that'll be my turn. Yeah, it's a fighter.
All
Or a
right.
ranger.
The second carrion crawler going down with this magical energy eating away at its brain. Viz.
Risk, thanks for making so much light for me. Really appreciate it. So the two I baned are both dead?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't see anything anymore. So I'm just going to stand here and hold Eldritch Blast.
All right. See something.
Is there more in
from
there,
Eldritch Blast.
Risk?
As
Yes.
you say that, you see something. Switching mice. Double checking something.
Kind of peeking around his legs, around his waist. Kind of.
See
Is there more in there?
the front. As
Because if
a
there is, I'm going to
creature-
shoot it.
A third one skittering across the ceiling, 20 feet in the air, heading out towards Risk.
Eldritch Blast!
All right.
Sick.
Oh,
Now 23 will hit.
Oh.
Dealing 1 point of
That
damage.
damage.
And 79. It's 10 off the sex number.
So close to being nice.
Oh, that sucks. All right. So as you're chanting, holding up your hand to send these two bolts of Eldritch energy forward, as you fire off the first one, finishing your incantation, unfortunately, you bite the end of your tongue. As you do so, you mess up the cast, and the second bolt fizzles out completely. You will not be able to cast any spells requiring verbal components until the end of your next turn.
It's okay.
All right. Anything else?
I think I nicked it.
Just ding.
I slap Risk on the ass. Go get him.
I feel like
Bardic inspiration.
I feel like Viz is about to bite its ear off. It's a Mike Tyson reference in case anyone missed it.
It
All right.
certainly was.
Inspiring.
Risk.
Hmm.
Oh, wait, it's not my turn. I can't do that. It's the thing's turn.
Yeah, it's like it's
So,
totally
JK,
not your
you're not
turn.
inspired.
Maybe he feels a little bit inspired with the butt slap, just not mechanically inspired.
Okay, it is going to reach down from the ceiling with its tentacles out towards you. Risk. Natural 1.
Hey!
That just barely misses.
Do.
I was hoping it would roll 79. It also couldn't cast purple spells.
All right.
Weeks with a lisp. How does a little insect like squelching sound with a lisp, guys?
All right, so you watch as it loses its footing and careens down to the ground.
Yeah.
Neat.
So, what is that? 2d6 damage?
Oof.
It lands, leaving itself a bit open. Risk, you will have advantage on attacks against this creature your next turn. But it is going to finish its turn by trying to bite Risk now. 7 to hit.
Misses.
All right, so last carrion crawler doing its best, but falling from the ceiling, landing heavily in front of Risk, and then kind of snapping at him as it's rising back up to its full height.
That was like the
Bless its-
dirty younger
bless its
brother
heart.
carrying
Yeah, bless its
crawler.
All right, John.
He's just like, thank God they're dead and didn't see that. Okay, I'm gonna scooch up till I can see. Oh God, there it is.
Oh my
Well, firebolt it. 12?
You miss.
Risk, you're in the way. I can't see the stupid thing.
You did this to me.
Doesn't mean I have to like it. Okay. Hey, it wasn't a nat 1.
What's that supposed to mean?
Rin misses 1 firebolt. We'll have to tell you a story later about the worst firebolt ever.
Good times. Anything else, John?
Nope, that's it.
Alrighty, the firebolt just missing around it, having to dodge Risk's colossal ass, unfortunately. Missing the target. Talia, your turn.
I'm gonna scoot up again. Everyone, you're in the way. Just kidding. And then I'm gonna shoot at that again.
Okay. Sadly, you missed this time.
Your ass is so distracting.
Not the first time I've heard that.
Don't
It's
lie.
just so
Yes, it is.
flat. I just don't understand how someone's so large.
14 will hit, though.
I feel like this spell didn't work on this part. It like indented. It's weird. It's distracting.
You have a mole you might want to get checked out. Right here next to your tramp stamp.
It's my entire back. It's on try and stop.
Oh.
Talia kills.
I'm gonna move back so we all don't get stampeded in the hallway.
Okay, defensive battle. Scary Potter somehow still undead alive.
Undead alive.
And misses. Just bounces off this time.
First time he rolls good damage, he misses.
Yeah, I know, right?
Harry Potter about flanking next time? Your next undead servant, you gotta teach it about flanking.
So I don't think I can give him that kind of command. The way that it works is I tell him attack, defend, things like that, and he would just go shortest possible distance and then just follow through with whatever he's doing.
But maybe if you keep one alive more than like 2 minutes,
Maybe.
you can like roll some like animal handling checks to be like,
Ooh.
if you go to the other side though, see how now Risk can't defend himself.
Maybe,
you
maybe
stab
just
him in the back.
find a former librarian or school teacher.
Oh,
There we go.
Really
They would be
smart.
intelligent
someone a little
enough.
smarter. Yeah.
Not these minions that
Not
we
these
fought in the room before, yeah.
Who knows how old that Kenku was, like, that you first saw it. Could have been there for ages.
Alrighty. Yeah, so Scary Potter misses. Risk.
All right, I'm going to step around to his side.
Double advantage.
Oh yeah, this is at advantage.
Double advantage though.
Oh shit!
Okay. Let me open that window back up. Oh shit.
And that is melee, just to...
And roll your extra d4 as well.
Oh yeah?
Need a drink.
15. Wait, sorry. Oh god. 15. 18. Okay. Plus a 92. That's
Does the enlarge
spicy.
It adds
get
the
doubled
d4.
then? Does it get doubled though?
Oh.
Because of the crit.
Double
It
dice.
is. It is a die.
Oh god. Okay. Roll another 1d6, please.
I mean, if sneak attack gets doubled, I would think the die from enlarge gets doubled too.
It should.
Yeah, I would think so. Let me
If
double
it's
check enlarge real quick.
because it is a damage die.
I would
it
think
should.
so. Yeah.
Oh, wrong keyboard. Damn it.
But I'm impartial because I'm on this end of it.
Yeah.
Uh huh.
Whatever
Like,
the-
three of us agree, so I mean that's like majority.
Yeah.
So-
So obviously,
I will
if
accept Havoc's ruling.
I ever have a spellcaster cast that on somebody else, I get to do that too on a natural 20, right? Right. Okay.
Seems fair.
Yeah, the 1d4,
Consistency.
it is a roll, so it will be doubled. So roll one more d4. You rolled a 2 on that, so that's 2 plus whatever you roll now. 3 total damage off of that. You watch as you strike with this Moontouch short sword. As you do so, you cut through it and then lance through. You actually see the back half of its tail severed completely off. It begins moving very slowly, almost as if it's been somewhat exhausted by your attack. It will take 1
Nice.
level of exhaustion from that attack as well.
All right, and I'm going to not test my luck with another melee weapon and just go to hand crossbow shots. I mean that I still have the advantage clicked.
24.
All your attacks have
and
advantage.
29. And go ahead and describe how you kill the last carrion crawler.
Risk just like thrilled to finally be big and strong for once in his life, and takes it off with the tail with his left hand in the short sword, and then like with finishing like the upward stroke, raises his right hand with his hand crossbow and fires off 2 quick shots, 1 to each eye.
All right. So as its body is pelted with arrows, it falls to the ground with a heavy shot or heavy lurch, slapping onto the ground at Risk's feet, and you find yourselves out of combat.
Hey.
And then Risk visibly deflates.
Oh, dang it, I was going to challenge Risk to an arm wrestle.
You get like
Is it 10 minutes or 1 minute?
no, it's 1 minute. But
1
you
minute.
get like like another maybe 40 seconds left of.
To
Arm
lose
wrestle
to
me.
Talia.
Being-
And in the last 30 seconds, I'm going to arm wrestle Talia.
Okay. Both of you give me straight strength checks.
Do I get advantage because I'm huge?
Actually,
You get a bonus, I think, to strength checks.
no, I think he gets advantage. Until the spell ends, the target also has advantage on strength checks
Yeah,
and strength saving
checks.
throws.
Yes. Okay, so yes, you do get advantage.
Ah,
Right,
Force
right,
her
no,
arm
no,
over.
right. As he's about to get it, I drop concentration.
Still would roll a 17, so I mean,
Yeah,
still wins. So.
Yeah.
You should do that trick when we see Yagura again.
She might be
I
oppressed
need
for
my
once.
desk. Ow.
That's unfortunate.
Deserve it for my.
Bullshittery.
The trolling, yes. All right. As you're looking around, you see these 3 carrion crawlers were most certainly feasting on the recently deceased Undertaker bandits. You see several of their bodies kind of cooked a bit from a fireball that was cast in this room, were being devoured first. The other ones being left for later as they were more raw, but the cooked ones have much of their flesh ripped apart, bits and pieces of them melted away from some of the poison and such.
Where did they come from? Looking about the room, seeing if I can tell where these carrion crawlers came from.
Oh no, don't see any visible places.
Do we see any invisible places?
None of you have true sight or see invisibility. Yet.
Well, so glad to be back here. See all the people that I killed today.
Don't worry, Jot. They were the first to be devoured.
Jod, do you want help trying to get more poison out of these things?
Me, I guess. Oh God. Those moves simultaneously with so many little lines. I mean, I guess we could if you guys want to wait a little bit. If you guys want to keep going, nah.
You could short rest while you're doing that. If you want.
Okay.
Is that all the party's plan? To short rest here in the middle of the half-exploded room with all the dead bodies?
Yes.
Yeah.
Seems like a great place to take a short rest. I don't know
Okay.
what that tone is about there, DM. I mean, this
I
is
don't know,
brilliant
I'm
the
just-
plan.
I was simply asking a question. Any inferences you make from my tone are solely up to you. Okay.
Mm.
So Jot, you're going to spend about 10 minutes to try to extract some of the poison from the tentacles here.
Sure.
Okay.
I actually
survival
have
checks.
proper tools this time instead of just being like, here's a vial, let's scrape some off. Sure.
Mhm. All right. Survival check.
I'm gonna help her too. I'm
These are
gonna
nature
assist her.
checks, not survival checks. Nature. Or survival check.
Survival check.
Survival.
Go ahead and roll one more time, just because Viz is helping you.
Oh, okay.
Yay.
Even better.
That's about what I think I'm worth. Just 1
Just
point.
an extra one.
Is anyone rolling hit die during a short rest?
Yes. And minions. They get to use hit die, correct?
Sure. Why
I'll
not?
I'll leave that up to you to decide because
Sure.
I do
Why
that
not?
in
It's
mine.
fine. Yeah, I mean, I've done that before for something. I don't remember what it was. Oh, it was for NPCs that I had in the game.
Can it hear me?
Yes.
Because it will take an extra 5.
And
regaining on
it
short rest.
understands any language that it previously spoke, so yeah, it can hear you.
Jot, you were able to get 2 vials
Oh, poor
full
guy.
of the carrion crawler poison.
Cool. Cool.
God damn it.
So much poison.
I'll do one more for
Yes.
it.
When I
have
secretly become evil and kill
three.
Hey!
really good at it.
Yeah,
Okay, what are those D8s for? Are those the thing?
those are for the zombie, yeah.
Does it have a con modifier?
It does.
Sick.
Yep.
Maybe necromancy isn't so bad after all, guys. When it has the right application, it's okay.
Mm.
And then...
Oh, I also bamf Seamus out. Keep forgetting to
Okay.
bamf him out.
Listen, I'm good with that.
I don't know where you are.
Oh
There you
god, I have so much sight now. He has like 600 sight or something right now. It's amazing.
go. 120 feet.
Yeah, this is amazing though. Like
Mhm.
seriously, it's like, oh god, it went from being like a dim room to being like, whoa.
Which way do we go?
My channel divinity
is
is
this the
that
north
too.
to the her place?
So that comes back.
Yeah,
that
short
short
rest.
rest?
1 second.
Mm-hmm.
This keyboard. Okay. Yeah, you'll all get through the short rest without being interrupted.
Nice.
As you're looking around during your short rest, you see the various exits that you've explored, but you also see this stairwell leading down up to the north that you have not explored yet.
I completely forgot that was in this room.
I remembered it because I remembered walking in here and originally trying to go that direction, and the vampire guy's like, no, I don't think so.
Ah.
Which is weird because they really hate his wife, and so you think
Yeah.
they'd want us to go there and fuck with them.
Well, shall we go that way?
Yeah, I think so. think it makes the most sense. All kinds of healing, and I get 2 uses of Channel Divinity now, which is cool. Let's move camera.
Make sure I'm looking at the right stuff.
And zoom out a little bit because we're not seeing a lot here. There we go.
I like the sun.
We can't hear your music.
I know. I'm just like sorry. I like my own song that I'm listening to.
Wow, that's so cool.
Mm-hmm. It's "Farewell, Old Friend" from the Witcher 3 soundtrack. Very sad, actually.
Stream is listening to the Darkest Dungeon soundtrack.
Ooh.
All right. As you're moving down the hall, you see the hallway extends before you. Those of you with a bit more sight are able to see it splits off a bit ahead of the party, heading to the west, and then seems to head off to a dead end to your north.
As we're going here, see anything at all?
You make a perception check. As you're looking around, you're seeing flat walls ahead of you. Behind you, the stairs leading down to this somewhat lower, only dropped about 5-7 feet or so in elevation. But it seems a bit colder, and you're not sure if it's temperature or just the atmosphere. It's a bit odd.
You guys feel cold?
A little.
Weird. Chilly kind of in here.
Small temperature change, yes.
I'll go down to the end of the hallway. See any secrety hidden doors, or just a straight up dead end?
Give me an investigation or perception check. See if you see anything else aside from the dead end that you see.
Oh yeah.
As you're looking around, not seeing anything. It appears to be just a dead end ahead of you. On the other path was that hallway that you passed by.
To the left, to the left.
Alright, so nothing in that direction, so we'll go this
I feel
way.
like we need Pink Panther, like, sneaky music as we're going down the hallway.
Do you want to stealth?
Should we stealth?
I don't know. Should we?
We can be sneaky.
We haven't snuck anywhere here yet.
I look back at Scary Potter and try to inform it that we're going to sneak.
Quiet. Good sneak.
Alright, well, if you're being sneaky, go ahead and give me
Best in
stealth
the
checks.
group at being sneaky. Oh, actually, Talia and I are equally good at being sneaky, hypothetically at least. I'm worse though. We're so sneaky.
It's sneakier than average.
We're probably singing.
Just literally,
Yeah, so as you continue on moving forward, you start to see a door ahead of you, and all of you kind of trying to be somewhat stealthy, but really not putting your heart into it. So you actually hear Scary Potter behind you kind of dragging one of his legs, making this like grinding sound across the ground. But yeah, you see another door ahead of you.
30 feet of movement.
Should I break down the door? Should we knock?
Why did we
I was
just...
going to cast Mage Hand.
Yeah, that one. Let's do that one.
Fine, be responsible.
I'll have like a spectral floating hands kind of like shimmering, and I'll kind of like look towards Scary Potter and Kai and like kind of go like this towards the door with the hand. You or the hand? Hand away! And I will attempt to open the door.
All right. So as the hand floats up, finding a large circular latch on this side, kind of lifts it up and then pulls. And it seems to take a second, but then it gives away and the door swings open towards you. You see ahead of you, those of you with some sight, appears to be a large room, at least 70 feet up to the ceiling. You see marble steps leading up to a dais, upon which stands a large, high-backed throne made of interwoven bleached bones. You see each of the throne's bone armrest is carved to resemble a fanged snake.
Do we hear anything?
Make perception checks for those of you listening.
Woo! Woo!
There's been so many crits
Alright,
and
I need-
crit fails tonight.
I need more drink.
1 minute break to grab drinks.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah,
Hey.
Okay.
I need one too, so.
Yep.
BRB.
BRB.
Okay, chat. Give us just a minute. We're gonna grab some to drink and come back and get back to our game. So we're probably just gonna turn off our cameras here, leave the game going. Don't go anywhere. Hope I can't do that, apparently. That's okay. Alright, be right back. Looks like I beat everybody back here, so while we're waiting on them to come back, let's jump.
Oh shit, well, sorry, I forgot. I apologize.
Why do you have a life and you get too busy to do frivolous things like change my token?
I was all planning for this freaking trip and everything and forgot things. I apologize. We'll fix it next session, though. All right. So, as you've approached into this chamber, you see it's quite large. This seeming to be a throne room of some sort. You see this very cryptic, bone-like throne ahead of you. You do see a couple kind of flanking the throne, some torch brackets, but they lay empty, made of fluted, discolored bronze protruding from the walls.
Should Scary go in, or should we go in?
I can send Scary in if that's what you want.
I definitely don't want to walk in there because I can't see anything. But if he's going in, I'd like to cast light on Scary.
Okay. Freaking, which mouse do I use? There it is. What's light? 2020?
2020.
Yeah.
Or 40-20 and roll 20.
Yeah. Yeah, I learned my lesson last time.
Yeah. All right, then.
But 2020 is better than 40. It's 24.
God, you're such a
Yeah,
nerd.
I
Such
know,
a
that was a
fucking
terrible
nerd.
joke for in this audience. There are rooms where that would have just killed.
Kai, is it okay if I make him a beacon?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes, make him a target. Absolutely.
Some sort of like, I don't know what the bandit guy was wearing. If he has like armor straps or anything like that, like I don't know, something that's on his person. I don't think I can make his entire shirt glow, but necklace, bracelet, ring, something on him. I'm just gonna.
Just right on the forehead. One spot.
Is he wearing a belt?
He has, like, when the necrotic energy from Animate Dead went through him, it kind of rotted away some of his armor, so there's these little scraps of what he was wearing before on him, so you're able to, like,
Okay,
half-made pauldron.
Yeah, so as he's going by, I'm just going to mutter a few words and tap lightly on them and imbue it with light, so that as he goes in, I can see things.
As it walks past Viz, he reaches out towards him, it looks towards his hand, kind of staring at it contemptuously. Ugh.
He's not generating any light for me.
Yeah, by the way, nobody else can see the light.
All players see light.
There you go.
Sick. Oh my god, this is amazing. God, undead minions are the best. So as he's going in, as we're going in, I want to try and look upwards because you described 70-foot high ceilings, right?
Yes.
I would like to have some of my attention upwards to look for like carrion crawlers or boulders, spike traps, etc.
Is this
Just-
the throne thing you were talking about?
I think we're at the throne thing.
As you're looking around now at the somewhat lit room, you see the
Lit.
marble steps. Lit. The marble steps are illuminated, giving off this kind of pale glow with the light spell reflecting off of them. The cryptic-looking throne made of bone pieces is fully illuminated. The two armrests looking like snakes, kind of in half pounce, looking very menacing. Even more menacing than that, though, you see a giant skeleton sitting in the middle of the chamber.
I wouldn't call it giant. I would say it's more large.
He's gonna shrink all of our tokens. That would have been the funnier option.
And it animates, attacks you. It's a Draco Lich.
Fuck!
Damn it!
I closed the door behind me.
Immediately run away.
Nope.
Not today.
Not
Harry
today.
Potter, you
Not
got
today.
this.
You got this, Scary.
Does the room seem recently disturbed, or has there been recent traffic in it?
You can make a survival or insight check. As you're looking around, you do see some dust lining certain places, especially the throne. You see that there's kind of a dusty area all around the throne, as if that place hasn't been disturbed. But you do see footsteps going in different directions, kind of on the western side of this chamber, from the northwest door to the west door that you're standing by.
Guys, should we see what's behind door number 2?
I want to kind of check out the throne, like, part of me kind of wants to cast detect magic, but that'll take 10 minutes. To you guys, I mean,
I'll wait for you.
Okay, I'll start that process while while you guys go ahead and check out the rest of the room.
And,
You want to do that?
based on the size of it, can we determine how big that dragon was, or how old rather?
It's pretty large. You can give me a nature check.
Can I have advantage?
Because I
Why?
like dragons.
Because I worship a dragon.
Yeah, you know a dragon doesn't mean you know all dragons.
God damn it!
Are you
They all
sure?
like the
Hey,
same.
he met a gold dragon as well. He knows 2 dragons.
Yeah, he knows 2
Um,
dragons.
Sorry, 2. As you're looking at these bones of this dragon, you notice something a bit odd with it, even with that nature check. You notice that it doesn't have 4 legs. It only has 2 instead of the 2 arms you'd expect. You see it goes out straight to just the wings, and that's all.
Oh, it's a wyvern.
Wyvern, yeah.
I mean, Steve
Uh-huh.
knows that.
Yes.
I taught my 7-year-old that, as any good father would. I was like, no, that's not a
It's an
dragon. That's a
important
wyvern.
thing to know. Okay.
That's a wyvern.
He did when we were at
What if it has
Evermore.
no legs?
It's
That's
a
a
wizard.
snake.
Yeah, it's a snake.
It's a flying
Snake.
The Zentarum worship them.
Mhm.
It's like their god.
No, their god is money.
I think it's flying snakes.
That carry money. Anybody doing anything else? Y'all want to explore anything else in this room while she's casting Detect Magic?
No, I'm
Yeah.
not leaving Jot's side.
Yeah, Risk is going to see the skeleton, and he is going to get on his knees and pray to Bahamut in front of the skeleton while Jot's doing her magic thing.
I'm going to be looking around to see if anyone's like watching us or if anything changes as we're exploring.
Okay. Alrighty. So yeah, Jot begins chanting, concentrating on casting the spell. Risk, you move up to the bones, and you see that they've been here for a while. As you get closer to them, definitely seeing the once again oddity. You haven't seen a dragon of this type before, of this particular make. As you're praying to Bahamut over its remains, you kind of feel some hot breath next to you, kind of onto your shoulder. Scary Potter stands over next to you.
Hey, big guy.
Okay. After 10 minutes or so goes by, Jot, you look around, and once again your eyes are a bit assaulted initially by just the presence of immense magical power all around you, going through the walls, the ceiling, the floors, the stone beneath your feet. Traces of every school of magic that you know, plus other ones that you just do not recognize, suffusing everything. Make a perception check.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Biz.
Does the rib cage I took earlier from the previous room kind of look like the rib cage of the wyvern?
Ooh.
From the snake?
Yeah, remember with the break brains, the grills? I found like
Yes.
a lizardy.
No, the rib cage you found in there was much, much smaller.
But like layout wise, does it look like they kind of match up a tiny bit?
Some of the bone structure, but not the.
It's not a baby wyvern.
Yeah, the stuff you found in there was more snake-like versus dragon-like or lizard-like.
Okay, cool.
Jot, as you're looking around, trying to blink your eyes a few times, trying to adjust once again to the suffusion of magic and everything, you can almost swear that across the room you see 2 yellow dots of magic, almost like eyes, and they seem to be focusing on you as you focus on them, and then they wink out. As you continue observing, looking towards the throne now.
Could I tell what type of magic it was?
It was more of that unknown stuff. Just can't quite tell what it is exactly, but definitely magical.
There was something over there.
Where?
Went away. Over. Was it like here-ish?
It was like on like this wall over here.
Okay. There's something over here. It moved and went away. It was like little dots of something.
I'm gonna go and look.
Okay.
Guys,
As your eyes trace back towards the throne, you can see both armrests are emanating magic of this chair, of this throne.
Kai's going to lean up against the
ahead.
wall and try to life sense on the other side.
Okay.
Can I tell what type on the armrest?
Do what now?
What type of magic?
It is. It's one of those schools, you know.
Is it splody? Is it protection-y?
It's
Is
not
it sneaky?
exploding. It's
Is it enchanted-y?
Enchantery? Is it not a different kind of stuff than it used to be?
Divination-y? No. Is it,
I don't really know how to describe. Is it see the future-y? think of
it is kind of this brownish glow of transmutation magic.
Oh.
Kai, as you move forward with your life sense, reaching out the tendrils, you get no response. Nothing pings of life around you, except for your friends.
Okay.
And if I walk over to the dragon, anything magical? I will go ahead and walk around the room, just seeing if there's anything.
Okay. Give me another perception check. As you're walking around, you see no magic emanating from the bones of the wyvern. You do catch just a flicker as you are scanning around the room. Up above you, you see that same 2 dots of yellow magic, almost like eyes staring down at you as you look up. But as you catch sight of them, they immediately wink out again.
It's like something's watching us.
I always feel
It looks like eyes. I saw it.
That's
there.
exactly what I was just thinking in my head.
Wait, I didn't catch what you said. What did you say?
It always feels like somebody's watching me.
I gotcha. And they just blink out. They don't like dart a direction or anything like that.
Not just winks out.
I'll scan the room again, like frantically looking around, see if I spot him again.
Okay. One more perception check with advantage, and give me an. Well, let's see first.
Okay. Advantage.
16.
As you're looking around, you see nothing initially as you're scanning the entire room, looking at the ceiling, the walls, and such. Then you see, unexpectedly, as you look down at the floor scanning it, you see right next to both of your feet 2 yellow balls of light right next to your feet in the floor, emanating this yellow magic. Make an insight check.
I'm going to just kind of look at Jot, frantically looking around the room, not communicating to any of us. She's staring at the wall, she's staring at the ceiling, she's staring at the floor.
I think I see eyes.
Jot?
I didn't say that.
Yeah, but then you just said I frantically start looking around. I'll be like, Jot, are you okay? Jot? You okay?
As you see her eyes are frozen down at her feet for a few moments. Jot, you're looking down and you can definitely feel, everybody has that kind of feeling, right? Where if you can feel yourself being watched.
The prickle in the back of the neck.
That's definitely heightened as adventurers as you are. You can feel that these are eyes looking at you. But
Try to grab one.
It's in the stone, essentially.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
You don't feel hostility. You feel a bit of warmth. It's not comforting, but it's not hostile towards you. As a few moments go by, 2 or 3 seconds of you locking eyes with whatever this presence is, and then it winks out again. And even as you start frantically looking around the room again, you do not see them again.
Her jellies. I think someone was definitely watching us. To keep an eye out. I don't know what that was about. Oh, but the throne's magical.
Is it the Wyvern's ghost?
Maybe? It just looked like little yellow eyes. Do wyverns have yellow eyes?
Risk?
I've got no idea.
I've got yellow
What the
eyes.
fuck's a wyvern?
This.
What the fuck's a wyvern?
I thought this was a dragon.
Varying eye colors.
Varying? Okay.
The throne is magical? What does it do?
I don't know. It was like transmutation-y magic in the arms where the little snakes are. Probably
Wait,
check
there's snakes in the throne?
Yeah, the arms were like snakes that were like poised to strike, right?
Yes.
Oh, definitely not gonna sit in that chair.
Don't.
I'm gonna dare
don't
someone to
talk
sit on the
about
chair.
it. No, no.
I really want to sit in it.
I
Don't-
send Scary Potter over to sit in the chair.
Let him sit
Perfect. Okay.
Dang it, I feel like I could have convinced you to take money to sit in it.
in it.
As Scary Potter moves up, you're able to see the seat of this chair is made of this dark velvet that almost seems like it's been untouched by time, despite all the dust and such around
So
it.
let's have a zombie sit in it.
As Scary Potter moves up, kind of looking around. You see him turning around one more time to look at Kai, like, and Kai kind of nods, and Scary Potter kind of shrugs his undead shoulders and sits down in the chair. As he does so,
Mm-hmm. Do the snaky things bite him? That seems like something that could happen here.
I'm watching the wall to make sure nothing comes out
Mm.
of the wall to hit me.
I'm waiting to see if his
14 and
arms
a
turn into
26
something
hit.
else.
What's that? I'm sorry?
does a 14 and a 26 hit.
Both.
Okay.
I'm expecting his arms to like stick to the chair and never come out.
But he'd have a long sword attached. to
Oh
that,
yeah, he
right?
does. Looks.
As he sits down in the chair, you watch as both of the snakes that are frozen in place on the armrest animate and immediately launch and bite into Scary Potter, clamping onto either side of his neck. You see Scary Potter sitting there taking 6 piercing damage from the 2 attacks. You can see drips of this like green venom dropping off, and Scary Potter just kind of sits there and
Shrugs it off.
isn't affected by it.
Mm-hmm.
A few moments pass, and then you see the snakes unlatching from Scary Potter and then returning back to their half-lunge form and then freezing once again.
Still
And-
magical. So like the enchantment didn't go away; it just expended and then was dormant again.
Yes, but they're still magical.
That was cool.
Don't sit there.
Yeah, this is why you guys don't sit here. Also, I got really bad pixelation for everybody. Is that
Same.
Yeah,
okay.
same.
All right, let's switch the coast then.
Yeah,
Switch to
it's-
Central.
Let's go to Central Coast.
Mhm.
Central Coast.
Central
Central-
Coast.
It's the best coast.
Hey,
It's my favorite coast of all the coasts.
Central Coast is best coast.
Best coast of the landlocked ones. All right, so yeah, Scary
Um,
Potter was attacked by the chair. What would you like to do?
Now that Scary Potter is sitting in the chair, did his ass like weigh something down and unlock a hidden door, or like did we were we productive in anything by having him sit in the chair?
Get hurt.
Can't see anything that's changed.
What are these boxes here, Havoc?
This is a
Doors.
door, at least
Oh,
to
these are both
myself.
doors?
Yes,
To my
there are
south
4
is the
doors
door.
in this room. One that
Oh,
you
okay.
entered, one to the southwest, one to the northwest, and one to the north.
Gotcha.
After they release, I'll have Scary Potter stand up.
As Scary Potter stands back up off the chair, you hear a small click coming from under where he was sitting. The base of the throne where he was sitting seems to have raised a few inches.
All right.
So he unset something.
Sit down again.
Yeah, or maybe
As
it's
you're,
just
as you're looking, it looks like a latch has come up a bit, like a trap door,
Underneath of it.
where
Use
the
your
where your
little
butt would
hand.
sit. Where your butt would sit,
Mhm.
that's come up. Like there's a hidden compartment there.
use your magic hand and lift it up.
I will do as Jaw tells me to.
As the magic hand moves forward, grabbing hold of the kind of trapdoor, begins raising it, you see both snakes reanimating once again and attacking the magic hand, passing through it and then returning back as the magic hand finishes what it's doing. You see there is a secret compartment in the base of this chair.
I go
What's
peek.
in?
See
What's in the
see
secret?
what's it. Yeah.
Scary
you're
Potter is making a whole bunch of light right there, so
Mhm.
he's an
Sure.
excellent lamp.
Glancing, looking down, you see there's about a foot deep, maybe 2 feet wide, square hole in the base of this chair. And as you look inside of it, you see dust.
Magical dust?
No.
In a bag
Bone
that we
dust.
can take with us?
I'm just gonna put the mage hand in there and like push on the sides, rasp on it, see if anything sounds hollow or weird.
You hear solid, chesting all sides. No secret compartments are found by fondling the inside of it. Nothing interesting.
What if I gently caress it instead of being so aggressive and upfront? What if I
still
kind
haven't
of
found-
Gently caress the inside of the dark hole.
Yeah, still haven't found anything that works.
Just
take
a
a quick
couple
glance over my
fingers.
shoulder? Is the wyvern still dead?
Yes.
Cool. Well, I'm out of ideas. I tried fondling it. It did do what I wanted, so
Never does.
you guys will go home.
Maybe your
Yeah,
hands
let's
are
just go
too
home.
rough.
Back to
You need
Phil's school.
moisturizer.
It's weird. My mage hand's so incorporeal, though. Every time I try and put lotion on there, just...
Maybe you need magical lotion.
Jot, can you make magic lotion?
Sure can't.
Fresh out.
Definitely
Fresh
cannot
out.
do that for you.
I've already asked her.
You're actually the last member of the party to ask me that. I'm not doing it.
What about
One
lube?
after another.
What about lube instead of lotion? Magical lube.
Same answer. Same answer.
Oh, I'm just gonna cross something off my list.
But what happens if I always like being moist? Because I'm from the ocean.
Get someone else to help you out here. Sorry.
Pixelation's back. That sucks.
So, is this door next to me locked or trapped?
Doesn't appear to be, no.
Since I have the mage hand out already, I'm gonna open the door.
Open the door.
Take a step back, and then open the door.
Okay. Door swings open.
Looks like a hallway that kind of bends, maybe.
Yeah.
Guys, there's a hallway down here. Should we check the other doors? Oh, wait. It turns to the right. Didn't you see you saw eyes over here, Jot?
Well, they kind of just like moved around. Like first I saw them over here, and then I saw them up in the ceiling, and then I saw them at my feet, and then they went away, and I looked around and I didn't find them again. I think it was just like moving around and watching us. But the weird part is like normally when I cast detect magic, I can tell what like general type of magic it is, but I couldn't tell what type this was. It would look different than anything I've ever seen before.
That's weird.
So, yeah. Do you want to go down the hallway?
Or we can check the other doors.
Yeah, this one's open. We may as well check this one out, right? We could have. Oh god, he's right next to me.
I could kick it down.
I mean, the door's open.
I can kick it down.
I opened the door for you, Talia.
Close it. I'm just kidding.
Do you want to go down the hallway and look what's there? Or we could have Seamus do that, or we could have
The hallway turns.
Harry. Oh, okay.
Wait, am I seeing that right? When I came down this hallway, was I seeing something emitting light from down the hallway?
You did see light, yes.
There's something glowing around the corner.
Talia, as you round the corner, you see something humanoid, but you see it appears to be almost like a large man, but you see his skin, shorts, kind of tattered leggings or tattered pants. His chest is exposed, but you see stitches all across it. All of his skin knitted and stitched together. Most of his lower lip is missing completely, as it looks and kind of stands there. Around the room that you see in here, you see a lit lantern which is resting atop a wooden trunk that seems to be painted with pictures of clowns. You see a frayed circular rug and a folding wooden privacy screen. Behind...
You said pictures of clowns?
Painted
What
on the
clowns
trunk.
look like in D&D?
They look much like what you would expect them to look like. Nope, not going to make that joke. That's mean. As you're looking back behind, you see a small cot back behind this creature that's stitched together, and you see what appears to be a woman. Black hair slicked down and such, very much looking like the vampires you've seen, but this one, some radiant beauty.
Does the stitched together creature have a bow tie?
Does not. And it does
Damn
not jingle when it walks either.
So
You know,
disappointing.
I'm going to say hello to it.
I'm hearing this description, and all I keep thinking is minion number 3.
Oh, no.
Maybe this one will be smarter.
As you say hello to it, your voice echoing out, you see its eyes kind of, very dead and blank staring, looking towards you. It kind of tilts its head very slowly to the side. As your voice radiates through the chamber, you see the woman stirring, and she kind of rolls over in the cot, looking up to the northeast towards you all. Her eyes blinking a bit with sleep. She shakes her head, and then her eyes dart open as she sees strangers in here, and she stands up immediately looking towards you. She reaches down next to her cot and grabs a scimitar, and she holds it out defensively towards you, kind of hiding behind this creature. She immediately starts calling out to you all. Who are you? Who will let you in here?
I would like to mage hand the lantern. Since it's already out,
You watch as the spectral hand floats over towards the lantern in the back corner of the room next to the woman. She watches as the spectral hand moves over. Stop that! What are you doing?
I need this, and I'm bringing the light towards me.
We let ourselves in here. Who are you?
With that, she watches as the lantern slowly starts floating back towards Viz. She shakes her head, just kind of incredulously, still holding the scimitar up. Says, "My name is Harriet." She kind of looks down at herself and straightens up a bit. Says, I am a vampire here. Why have you wandered into my lair?"
Are you a vampire or a vampire? Because
Like
we've already
Ut-
met some vampires.
Like an
And it went great
Uktaro
for us.
vampire? Or like a normal vampire?
If you want, I can check.
Because Uktaro was like a fake vampire, an actor.
We'll give you a second to actually be truthful with us.
He and the Undertakers. Her friend is terrifying to me. So if he looks aggressive, I'm flinging this lantern at him.
As you're standing there talking about Uktaro and such, she kind of closes her eyes and sighs a bit heavily. Says, "That's fucking moron." Well, it seems you've seen through our ruse, then. No, I am not a vampire.
Oh, by the way, guys, this is his wife. I forgot this was her name. Just in case anyone
That's
else
why I'm
forgot.
bringing up her
This
husband.
was her name.
Also, I don't think a vampire would be like, I'm a vampire, and be sleeping on a cot and not in a coffin.
She's a good actress.
With that, she kind of looks back and forth and says, "Well, if you've already met with Uktaro then and know about our ruse, then why are you here? What do you want?"
We're looking for his dad.
That she kind of looks over towards Risk as he moves into the room. "I do not know him or who his father may be."
Same.
Same.
That's why we're looking.
Is your friend his dad?
That she kind of looks towards the creature and says, "Joe? No. Joe is a flesh golem. He is not a father of anything. It's quite
you sure?
dangerous, though."
Did you make him?
"No, I found him. He serves me quite obediently for taking care of nuisances."
Are we in a temple?
She kind of looks at you and shakes her head.
Arya?
What do you want? You have not answered any of my questions. Why would I answer yours?
So are we
Well,
in a
we-
temple?
We're trying to find his dad. That's what we want.
My name's Talia. So there, we answered some questions. Your turn.
Sorry, to be clear, Harry, we didn't know this was a bedroom. We're heroes. We're exploring the Undermountain. We came in on the east side. We came to the west side, right? We just went across the hallway, and it only went one way, and here we are.
I've
I'm not so
never met
surprised.
any
And we're like, why are we
heroes
here?
that wander into innocent maidens' bedchambers.
Maiden.
I mean,
Innocent.
you should if it's your bedchamber, you should just like mark the door or something. Because we didn't really have
Wasn't
any
there
way
a
of knowing.
sign?
There was
Privacy.
no sign.
Well,
It wasn't
Didn't you-
even locked.
Yeah,
You
it
just
wasn't
tried.
locked. I
You
was-
just tried to lie to us and tell us you were a vampire. So I don't want to hear this innocent maiden. You just tried to lie to us.
Also, aren't you married? So that makes you a matron, not a maiden, really. So, I mean,
I'm
Also-
gonna make sure I'm holding my trident, so if the flesh golem tries to hurt us, I can poke it.
Where's the rest of the Undertakers?
With that, she looks around, looking at you all standing in her room, looking towards Joe, the flesh golem, shakes her head. I do not have time for all of this. I have other things to deal with.
That's
Leave
good.
now or face the consequences.
That's good, because this conversation was getting a little boring anyways.
What are you gonna do? Go back to sleep?
Yeah, sorry to interrupt your sleep. Does this actually look like a bedroom? I know there was a cot, but are there things that show that this has been like a well-used room? Is she comfortable in here? Is there like just a bag in her cot and the trunk with the
there's
lantern on it?
Wooden trunk. There's a rug in here. A wooden privacy screen. Yeah, it's definitely well lived in. With that, Harriet looks between you all and shakes her head. Very well. Joe, take care of them.
Throwing the lantern. I wanted this, but instead I'm going to throw it on the flesh golem.
Shit.
whoa! We don't have to fight each other
It's
here.
too late.
Just like
You're gonna light Durnham's hole on fire. How are we gonna explain that?
I'm lighting the fleshy, tall thing inside Durnan's hole on fire.
The hole is officially burning.
I feel like. Durnan
Are we gonna
needs a
get charged
doctor.
more for this?
I really wanted to like have a mage hand with a lantern, just like leading us down the hallways.
Don't
Then
worry,
every
I'll
minute
help
you
you
have to
out.
recast the mage
So
hand.
you
as it-
see the flesh golem taking a step forward, and immediately Viz sends the mage hand forward. Go ahead and make a
a
sleight of
yeet,
hand check.
yeet check.
Yeet.
Yeet.
Yeet check, please.
Sick.
Nice.
Unless I get advantage
The-
because it's surprised.
Yeah, it's definitely not surprised. You see the lantern flung forward in kind of a hasty panic, crashing against the wall next to this creature. It kind of looks over and shies away from the fire, walking forward still, but not hit by it.
Did I light her bed on fire or some of her worldly possessions?
Nope, just the wall and the floor. I need everybody, once again, to roll for initiative.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Really? All right.
Cassie on point tonight.
Just
Talia's
because I got a
fucking
nat
shit
1
up.
originally in our initiative order.
Oh,
All right. Solve my own initiative tie here. Pretty sure I know who wins. Yeah. Okay. All right. So as you see them both moving forward, Haria standing up taller with her scimitar out, taking a deep breath as you begin to start. Oops, shit. Talia, you're the first.
I would like to rage.
Mhm.
And then I'm gonna attack it with my trident two-handed and move up and just slam down on it.
stabby, stabby.
Okay.
Stab it.
26 will hit.
She didn't
I
turn on her
didn't
rage.
turn it. I fail.
For 10. Okay.
And then I'd like to hit him again.
21 will also hit for another 9.
And then that, since I hit him on my rage.
All right. Okay. Anything else?
I'm gonna say he's ugly. You flesh golem piece of waste.
All right. So as Talia rushes forward, screaming as she enters into a range, her ancestral protectors appearing around, and she stabs with her trident into this flesh golem with both hands. Talia, as you're doing so, you're piercing into its flesh, but as you rip it away, back out for the second slash, you're seeing that your trident is not sinking all the way into the skin, and no blood is coming out as you do so. This golem not bleeding like normal mortals do, and you're definitely not piercing as much as you'd think you would be. Viz.
I will step up here. Sorry, one back. I'm going to cast Bane on the center to hit both of them, and not Talia.
Okay.
I think you can pick your
Charisma
targets with that.
saving throw.
17 from the golem,
Success.
and plus 15 from Harya.
If it beats, it beats. Double
Yeah.
success.
Damn.
All right.
That's it. I'm done.
All right. Viz
I'm
rushing
I'm
forward,
just gonna put a band-aid on my thumb again.
slinging blood to the ground, trying to bane these two individuals, just unable to get the magic to take hold and root in them. Kai.
Reaching up, clutching onto his vial amulet thing and grabbing onto the staff. Kai's gonna make a little bit of a motion with his hand and say Veritatai and cast Spirit Guardians around himself. Protecting the party plus the two little pets. And radius should be, what is it, 15 or 30? 15.
15.
15. What was the other one? Oh, I put it on the wrong thing. I put it on the wrong thing, didn't I?
So I should have turned yours on.
Yeah, I put it on the wrong thing. Yep. And then I'm gonna move in close, and that's my turn.
That's your turn?
Yep.
All right. Kai moving forward. What do your spirit guardians look like?
These are actually Fae, so they're very brilliant white colored. They take the shape of full elves, are actual elves, basically just carrying scimitars.
Okay. All right. So these spectral elves, glowing with radiant light, swirl around Kai as he moves into the room. We'll see what they're doing when we get to the bad guys' turns. Jot.
I just feel like this is unnecessary. We've killed a lot of people already today. You can just surrender. I'm gonna kill that thing, but you could just surrender, and you don't have to die today. I'm just gonna cast Firebolt with the Fire Golem.
21 will hit.
10 fire.
10 fire damage.
Does that seem to be effective?
As you fire it off, you do see its skin is definitely scorched by the fire. It doesn't seem to resist it at all. You see it immediately reaching up and patting at its skin that's scorched, even though the flame has disappeared. It's frantically trying to put out the flame that was there, kind of freaking out a bit.
Okay. And then Seamus will give Risk advantage on his first attack.
Okay. All right. So firebolt hitting the flesh golem.
And then I'll back over here.
All right. Scary Potter.
Yeah, why not? Comes in and swings a sword.
14 will hit.
Okay, dealing 3 slashing.
Okay.
How does his sword do?
That sword.
The magical sword of blue?
Yeah.
Magical sovereign blue sword.
Sword of sticking? Sword of sticking.
Named. The sword of sticking.
Sword of sticking.
You see it does cut into the flesh. Pretty
Nice.
readily. Doesn't do a ton of damage from the somewhat weak jab and slash from Scary Potter, but it does start carving through it.
You know, maybe we should get like a glove and see if you hold the sword.
Jot, we're fighting. Jot.
Okay, right. Yes. I'm just thinking. Seems like that might work. I don't know.
All right.
I
Risk.
just want to test it more.
I'm gonna temporarily occupy the same space as Talia,
Shoo,
and then
distract, fly in his face. Shoo, 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 shoo.
take a swing with my short sword,
17 will hit.
Shoo.
and take a second one. 14 hit,
Also hits.
and then I'm going to step away.
Okay. I will get an attack of opportunity on you.
At disadvantage.
Why?
Ancestral spirits.
No.
Mhm.
Okay.
Damn, me
17
jumping
hit.
in before I can say it.
A 17 meets.
Oh.
All right. As it slams against you as you're dodging away after slicing twice with your sword, it catches you across the chest with this meaty fist, dealing 15 bludgeoning damage.
Wow.
That was
Oof.
beefier than I expected.
Mhm.
And then I'm going to take a hand crossbow shot.
And it's half damage, right? Because it's resistance.
Yes, you are resistant, so you only take 7.
Oh, that's nice.
Hand crossbow will also hit.
Or protectors, whatever it's
You do
called.
see the bolt not sinking in very deeply compared to the sword slices.
Interesting. Okay. And then I'm going to just step back into the corner. Because that kind of took the wind out of me a little bit. That's the end of my turn.
Doof. All right. Joe the Flesh Golem definitely seems to hit pretty hard based on risk reaction. You see Harriet looking around, seeing all of the spectral guardians and such ramming into her. She makes a wisdom saving throw. 7.
Fails.
What's the
17.
damage? 17.
Oof.
All right.
Can we see what type of damage it does?
It's radiant.
There you go. She gets buffeted by them, but moves forward. As she does so, moving towards Kai, raising up her scimitar, she immediately yells just very loudly. Her voice echoing around, "Boys, we have intruders! Get in here!" And then she is going to
Smack her with
swing 3 times at Kai.
Ooh.
2 with the scimitar, so
Okay.
11, 23,
23 does hit.
and then a dagger, 17.
Meets, so that also hits.
All right, so 2 Constitution saving throws,
Mhm.
and you will take 14 points of piercing damage, or 14 points of damage.
Okay.
Ooh.
Ooh.
All right. Unfortunately,
Ooh.
Spirit Guardians is going to drop.
Isn't it based on damage, though?
It's 10 or half damage, whichever's higher.
Oh.
Unfortunately, yeah, it's over higher.
All right, so 3 attacks coming out as the second slash from the
Much for
scimitar.
that.
Kai dodged the first one. The second one cutting through him, he lets out a short gasp of pain as he loses concentration on the Spirit Guardians, them fizzling out. Catching a dagger for his trouble afterwards. That will be her turn.
Can you give me the damage again?
14 total. 7 slashing, 7 piercing.
Oh, you are going to pay for that.
All right. This guy's still kind of shaking and patting away at the fire. Despite that, is going to go for Talia. with 2 slam attacks. 12 and a 9.
They both miss.
All right, swinging through the air, you're able to dodge aside of these slow attacks as it's still
temp HP
kind of
too.
preoccupied with the fire, but it seems to shake it off at the last second as you dodge both attacks. And it is your turn.
Slowly running out of spell slots here.
Since I didn't see my trident sinking and just thought it as much as I would, knowing that, or not knowing what's causing it, I'm going to switch to my great axe and try to hit him with my great axe.
Okay. 17 will hit.
Then I'm going to hit him again.
Okay. Oof. 17 damage.
Jesus.
I'm going to assume that it's going in as much as my trident.
Yeah, it's definitely slashing across it, but it is just not doing as much damage as you're expecting with how heavy you're hitting this flesh golem.
What is wrong with you? Why isn't this working?
Next turn, she's going to try dagger, and then she's going to try punching it, and then she's going to use me as a weapon.
All right.
I don't understand. I've never seen this before.
Wailing away at this creature as it seems to resist some of her attacks, unfortunately. Viz.
Okay, I'm going to go down here. Do I hear people coming behind us?
Not yet.
Is the door open or closed right now?
Okay. So before I leave, I'm going to Bardic Inspiration Kai and be like, Kai, you've got this. If more people are coming, I'll take care of them. And I'm going to go down here and I'm going to hold Hypnotic Pattern.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Where the hell? There it is. All right, holding it for see bad guys.
If I see a group of bad guys, I'm going to cast Hypnotic Pattern on them.
Okay. All right. So Viz screaming out to Kai that he's got this. Kai, it's your turn.
Kai is going to reach forward and say, I warned you, you were going to pay for this. And with almost like a palm strike, trying to hit this lady in the chest. 14.
As you lunge out with your hand,
of course it's going to
you
miss.
seem to get connection with her, but the magic leaves your hand, and as it goes towards her, it instead sinks into this studded leather armor of her, bouncing between the points of metal. Your attack misses.
Kai dipped into monk. That's so cool.
I should have used inspiration. Yeah. Okay. Then... yeah, that's gonna have to be my turn.
All right. John?
I look over. Does you got this?
I hope so.
Okay.
I should use inspiration.
I dart back over here, and I look at Haria. Okay, look. I really don't want to kill more people today, okay? I would really suggest that you just surrender, tell this thing to surrender, and go sit down on your bed. I'm casting suggestion.
Okay. Asking her to surrender, and then magically influencing her.
Mm-hmm. Wisdom save.
Wisdom.
15.
5.
Hey!
All right. So you're gonna say.
I said, surrender. Tell your thing, whatever this is, to surrender, and go sit down on the bed. Is what I said.
Okay.
Stay there.
All right. Anything else?
Nope.
Alrighty. Scary Potter.
Just another attack. 23.
Will also hit.
Okay. 5 slashing.
Okay. Risk.
All right. I'm going to go after the flesh golem again. I'm going to take 3 hand crossbow shots, but this time I'm using my +1 arrows, or +1 bolts.
Okay.
And so it's just +1 to the hit and damage. But
20 will hit, 24 will hit, and 27 will all hit.
Pew, pew,
Nice.
pew, pew.
You've been practicing.
29. All right.
+3 because those are my +1 bolts.
Yep.
So 32 points of damage. And that last one is going to be a trip attack.
Okay.
It's a dex saving throw with a DC of 16.
Hold up, 14.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Oh, for max damage too.
Nice. Prone.
And that is the end of my turn.
All right. So as you're firing off the crossbow bolts, all 3 of them hitting, the last one hitting into this thing's leg, you see it dropping down to a knee as it falls to the ground. You see it kind of struggling a bit winded. No blood and such, but a lot of tears beginning to appear throughout its stitched together flesh.
And actually, before I actually end my turn, can I just look up and say, we really suggest that you end this line of conflict.
Okay. Viz, you hear a bunch of footsteps of heavy dashing coming from the chamber, the throne room. But don't think you quite see anybody yet.
Yeah, I don't see anything ever. So unless they're carrying torches or a lantern or something, I have no idea they're there.
All right.
I mean,
Harriet,
do I get a sense that they're really close? Like, I have a really high passive perception. Like, do I think they're right around the corner?
You're hearing some very close, just outside the doorway.
Okay, well then I'm gonna cast Hypnotic Pattern just outside the doorway. It's a 30-foot cube, and I want to put the edge of the cube just right where I can see, so it goes up that way.
Okay.
It is a Wisdom save, DC 15. Take my glow staff, spin it a few times to summon up a just really dramatic pattern. It's got lots of swirls. It's a helix formation. It's got some anti-clockwork spins that make this kind of like Celtic pattern. And it's just purples and blues and greens, and it's beautiful. Might even call it hypnotic.
Hypnotic, yeah.
Would
All right.
you would?
What was the DC?
15.
Okay. All right. You hear almost all the footsteps stopping immediately as you cast this spell. You hear one kind of, it dies down for a second, then you hear cluck, 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 cluck. What's going on here? Echoing from the chamber beyond your sight.
Okay. Cool. Thanks.
Just doing something real quick. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I have no idea what's there.
We don't know what's around that corner.
I can see right here. This is the limit of my vision. 10 feet in front of me.
All right. Haria, under the influence of the suggestion spell, is going to look around. I suppose you're right. Probably not going to win this as she starts walking away. Kai, you will have an attack of opportunity if you so choose to.
Nope. Letting her go.
She sits down on the cot, kind of crossing her legs, tilting her head to the side. Joe, that's enough. Let's talk to them. And you see the flesh golem kind of looking back. It lowers its arms down to its side and just kind of stares at you all. Okay. Talia?
So it looks like they're surrendering and actually listening.
Seems like they're open to talking now, yeah?
Confused on why the flesh golem isn't taking as much damage as I've inflicted. I'm gonna ready my dagger, and if anything looks fishy, I'm gonna try and carve it out with my dagger.
If anything looks
I love it
fishy,
so much.
Yeah, if anything looks fishy.
If anything looks fishy.
All right. So just to continue on, is anybody doing anything harmful to anyone, or do you want to pause combat to see about talking instead?
John, I think I've got him. You can get him with the fire. They're all standing still.
Not doing that again.
What? Well, I'm gonna poke my head out to see what I see. I see two people.
As you're looking out, we'll say one of them's carrying a torch. Just to humor you here.
Thanks. I'm like,
You're
I see
welcome.
two guys just kind of stuck.
You see six
sick.
guys that have this kind of radiant glow about them, and their movements are frozen. You see one very confused guy that looks like a vampire, but you're pretty sure is probably another bandit looking around, trying to figure out why the hell everybody just stopped running. All of them but one failed their save.
I'm gonna look at him and be like, "You see what I did to these guys? I can do it to you too. We're talking to your boss in there, so you better be on your best behavior."
Make an intimidation check.
Eh.
Okay.
He looks forward, kind of seeing all of his comrades not moving. He glances around, still holding his scimitar at the ready. He kind of just slowly nods, still kind of looking a bit odd around at all of the people frozen.
I have no idea what's going on around the corner, so I'm just gonna stand here. And
All right,
have
what's everybody else doing?
Can I very stowing my weapons? I'd like to go up to the flesh golem and try and pull my arrows out.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
He kind of
Sorry about that, buddy. And just like pull them out one at a time.
I'm gonna send Scary Potter around the corner to go and defend Viz.
And
okay.
+1 bolt slews their charge after you.
After you hit, yes,
Okay. So I'm just adding normal crossbow bolts back.
yes.
Okay. Hari, I just want to be clear. We murdered some of us accidentally. Almost all of the other Undertaker people, okay? Do you want all of your people to die?
Did you say kill all these guys?
No!
No.
I did not say that!
Okay.
We're just negotiating.
Did I make the guy sweat some more?
He's looking visibly disturbed.
Good.
You see Haria looking kind of blinking a bit as the suggestion begins to wear off, her meeting most of the conditions. Giving her enough free rein to at least talk.
Sure, yeah, that's fine, that's fine.
She looks up towards you and kind of looks around at her flesh golem beaten, her taking some damage and such. She shakes her head and says, You killed the rest of them? The ones with the Darl?
Significant portion. Kind of accidentally. I didn't really mean to do that. I thought they were vampires.
How do you accidentally kill?
Okay, I thought they were vampires. And Fireball is a little bit more powerful than I realized. I just haven't done quite enough testing on that, and okay, I didn't mean to. But
You see her just kind of resting
lot of
her
them
fingers
died.
over the bridge of her nose, just shaking her head.
I really don't want to kill more people today, okay? It's been a long day. He does really terrifying things to dead people also, so you don't want to die. Okay? I just want to make that very clear to you.
You see Haria looking around. She shakes her head and says, Well, if you did kill them all...
Not that I'm telling you that you should, like, go and, like, take over their territory. Really, you guys should, like, stop doing this whole scam of vampire things. It's a bad idea.
That she immediately looks up and says, That's what I told Iktaro. I said that eventually we would run across some adventurers who would be more than we could handle.
Exactly.
But the idiots would not listen.
See, you understand, okay? It's a terrible plan. didn't really mean to kill them. I feel bad about
It almost got you killed.
That she kind of shrugs, says, they sided with the idiot anyway. They deserve to die.
But you're still doing the vampire thing. You pretended to be a or are they pretending? Viz, are they pretending to be vampires too?
Yes.
So why are you still doing this scam thing then?
With that, Haria kind of sighs and leans up against the wall. She says, 2 days ago, me and Iktarl got into a spat. A colossal spat. I told him that I was leaving, and I asked others if they wanted to join. We've been collecting our resources and preparing up until some giant spiders decided to show up and killed a few of my men, which derailed some of my plans. We did, intend to leave this place and move forward with other things. I would very much like to act again one day, but...
By
Yes,
other
we were-
things, just to clarify, like, could you give us some specifics on the other things?
She thinks for a moment. It would not bother you.
Yeah, but would it be bad though? Like, just in general?
With that, she thinks for a moment, and you see a bit of a smirk crossing her face. It depends. I'm a woman of opportunity. If things present themselves, then I take them. I don't worry about morality as much as you seem to.
Seems like bad things. But you guys were gonna leave, like, and go, like, above ground, or?
That she nods once. Yes, it is dangerous down here.
Do I believe that she's telling me the truth?
Make an insight check. As you're looking over it, you definitely can see that she doesn't seem like a good person, really. She's not the moral compass you would want in your party. But as far as the story she said about Taro, them fighting, and her wanting to take her faction away from Undermountain, she seems to be on the up and up on that.
Okay. I'll just, like, shrug and say, I'll kind of, like, turn to everyone else. Well?
Alright, if you're really leaving, then what lies ahead? What else is there in the northern passages here?
With that, she kind of looks around at all of you and then kind of shrugs. We killed a few giant spiders when we were patrolling the area to the north. There is a room there that has many granite statues within it. The spiders ambushed us there. I lost 3 of my friends, unfortunately, but we did kill the bastards. Their bodies should still be there if nothing has come to carry them off. Beyond that, we haven't explored much. Beyond the room or the hallway with the statues, we heard behind a set of double doors some... She seems to think a bit and kind of cringes. Frightful noises. Some kind of beast. Maybe more than one of them. On the other side, we decided not to open those doors. After the spiders attacked, we stopped exploring to the north. And if you talk to any of my former comrades, they were the ones exploring to the south. So they would know more about that than I.
Yeah, so, like, the goblin... They said there was, like, some goblins and some...
Bugbear.
Bugbears?
With
So
that,
they would
she
know about
nods. Yes, the Xanathar Guild seems to be expanding here, wanting to take over. I've heard of a few skirmishes happening here and there with some of the others. I was there for one of them before our spat. They do fight a bit ferociously, a bit... She thinks for a moment. The bugbears acted almost as if they didn't care about their own lives for some reason, throwing themselves onto weapons and attacking ferociously. Not like I would expect intelligent creatures to do. But we were able to escape that conflict, not taking any of their number, unfortunately, but them taking at least one of ours. We decided to avoid the southern chambers after that.
Okay, okay.
When are you and your men planning on leaving?
With that, she kind of glances around the room at the flesh golem still kind of standing back up and standing inanimate. Well, I had planned to leave within the next few days, but I think recent events may have accelerated my plans. We could leave immediately if you would be kind enough to allow us to do so.
You guys have any magic stuff?
With that, she thinks for a moment. No interesting discoveries beyond that. A few gold pieces and such, but that is all.
Do you think the others might know more about the southern areas, you said?
With that, she kind of shrugs, says, Taro, I assume, may have foolhardily been expanding out his operation to the south. I'm not sure. We haven't spoken in 2 days, and may never speak again if you did kill him along with the others, which wouldn't be a bad thing.
You know, Jot, she does have at least one interesting thing that she could give us.
What?
And glances over at the flesh golem.
I mean, I don't really want that. To be honest, it looks terrifying. Personally, I mean, I guess if you want it, it's another guinea pig thing, I guess. Those do seem useful so far.
As you're both talking, you see Haria kind of raising an eyebrow. I could try, but it's not going to help. I don't even know why it listens to me, to be perfectly honest with you.
How'd you meet it?
With that, she thinks, well, when I was still with the others, I may have decided to venture out alone one day. I ventured to the south, past where I found a few encampments of these bugbears and goblins, and got past them. There seems to be a greater area down there past what they're guarding. I didn't get to explore it much, but as you drop the spell, they all start moving, but still not really moving around. I did notice something moving towards me, and I started to attack it, but this... She kind of points over to the flesh golem. This creature stood before me, and even though I attacked it, it just stood there. I felt a bit bad. I don't like unnecessary killing, I suppose. So I decided to leave, since it seemed to mean me no harm, and it followed me. And then I noticed that it would listen whenever I would tell it to do something. Stop here. Go there. Hit that goblin. It listened for some reason.
Interesting. Oh, did you take anything out of that throne thing? Have you guys messed with that?
At that, she shakes her head. No, I do not mess around in the throne room or elsewise. This throne, this crypt area, rumor be, used to belong to an actual vampire. I have no interest in disturbing such a creature if it still lies here.
Did she ever answer the temple question? Didn't they say something about a temple?
Fizz asked if it was a temple.
Is this the temple?
But she never answered.
Says a temple, I suppose, is the easiest way to call it. We found the throne room. We also found some secret rooms in between here, and she kind of points to the south. In that long hallway past the stairs, They had some interesting things within it, including a coffin. We didn't explore elsewise, though, for obvious reasons.
Okay. Okay. Try and look at Viz, or sorry, at Risk Talia.
No reason to keep it here any longer, I don't think, right?
I'm really sad I don't get to kill him.
I'm sorry. I really didn't want more people to die today.
I feel like you ever hear that story where the kids leave breadcrumbs to find their way back home? I feel like we're starting to do that with bodies. And if it helps us find our way back home, it's going to help someone else find us.
Yeah, that's terrifying. Like more carrion crawlers.
Yeah, so maybe we should...
Chasing us
If we could
Or
avoid
we're
killing...
feeding them so
I-
they don't eat us.
I'm not opposed to killing when we need to, but maybe a little less might be not a bad idea.
Party pooper.
We're just making ourselves... We're drawing attention.
Viz,
I'm
are
just
you
trying to
good
make
out
Kai
there?
more friends.
Is everything okay out there?
Yeah, I stopped charming them.
Okay. Do you want to ask the lady in here any questions?
Nah, it's cool. We're playing poker.
Oh, are you winning?
No.
What's poker?
You never play poker?
No.
You would like strip poker a lot.
Is she gonna kill
I'm
Uktarl?
suddenly interested.
Did you ask her if she's gonna kill Uktarl?
We didn't mention that. No.
Because they kind of clash, and we're sending them both up above to the surface.
We hadn't
You know where
mentioned
Durnan's
that, but
hole?
now she knows. So.
Can we let her? Can we let this one keep her clothes?
So Uktarl's alive, then. That's unfortunate.
Unlike his men.
Yeah, we kind of stripped him naked and sent him up to see Durnan.
Well, I would have preferred something more bloody, but that is appropriate for such a worm.
Why
Yeah.
do you guys hate each other so much? Like,
Well, I mean, did you see his worm? I mean, that would cause some tension.
I couldn't see anything.
That's the point.
There was no point.
this show, 90% dick jokes.
With that, Haria kind of looks around and glances at all of you, says, well, how are we free to go then?
Yeah, I guess.
She nods very well. And she
Thank
stands
you
back
for
up.
surrendering, even though I kind of made you. But still, I'm glad we didn't have to kill you.
With that, she kind of glances around and nods. Says, well, I'm glad I didn't have to die. And with that, she moves up, kind of patting the flesh golem on the back. Let's go, Joe. We have a new place to explore, I think. And her and the flesh golem begin moving away.
Do good things. Don't
Wait.
be mean.
You forgot literally all of your worldly possessions.
With that, she...
Just walks away from all her stuff. Time to start a new life.
It's a gift for us. All of her stuff.
Oh, do you want to carry around a changing screen?
I mean, maybe.
Maybe we could use it as a slide down a mountain or
I mean-
something.
Listen, we've all pretty much seen each other naked already.
Everyone.
I thought we weren't gonna mention that.
As she's leaving the room, she turns around to the chest, pulling it open. She reaches inside of it, and you see her pulling out a few bundles of clothing. And as you're looking at it, you can see it seems to be very specific clothing, different costumes and such in it, and some bright, vibrant clothing. And she kind of slings it over her shoulder, handing some of it to the flesh golem. She also pulls out a small kit that has some makeup and such in it, putting into her bag as well. And she kind of turns around and just waves off the furniture and such. Says, if you would like it, you may have it. And then she proceeds out of the room. She gets past Viz. She kind of nods to him, moving up to the rest of the people, kind of looking around.
See out here. Oh, yep, there we go.
Well, you lot were a bunch of help. Come now. We are leaving. We will find what opportunities alive for us to the surface world, I think. We can leave this messy business of Undermountain behind us for now. And with that, she starts walking, and you see the others kind of eyeing Viz and the zombie and everybody else kind of moving into the room, and they all follow her as they...
Before she leaves, I'm going to look at everyone else and be like, did you ask her about the wyvern?
No, oh, I see. That's why I kept asking if other people had questions. What's up with that thing?
With that, she kind of...
Hey, Harriet, what's with the wyvern?
She kind of shrugs. Not sure. It was here when we arrived.
Oh, have
A
you ever
trophy.
seen yellow glowy eyes?
She raises an eyebrow. No.
Me either.
Yep, nobody else. Definitely. Okay, that's all the questions.
Alright, so with that, you watch as Hadia and all of the other Undertakers walk out of the room. As you look around, you find nothing really of use. It seemed that she might have taken the only valuables in the costumes and the disguise kit that she took with her out of the chamber. You do explore where the rest of the bandits came from, finding some old playing cards sitting on a table where it seems they were relaxing and playing cards in that room. But nothing else of value or use. And you're still within this creepy chamber with a wyvern and a magically enhanced throne within it. But you heard about something to the north, at least. Let's go ahead and take a quick 5-minute break, real quick.
I'm out of drink.
Get some more drinks and stuff.
Okay.
And then we will return.
All right. So yeah, we're gonna take a 5-minute break, come back, figure out where we're going from here. I don't quite know where we're gonna go. I mean, we can still explore to the north, but there's there's lots and lots to do here. So 5 minutes, and we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, guys.
Readjusting everything, learning how to do all this stuff. Alright, so y'all are out of combat, obviously. Allowing Hadia and the rest of the Undertakers to flee with their lives, being somewhat grateful to do so.
Guys, we just lost so much XP. Jeez, fuck.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So what do you want to do?
Kill everyone so we get XP.
As soon as we walk them to the opening of Durnan's hole, we're gonna kill them.
Okay.
Fireball.
Made you think?
Roast Durham's hole.
Just kidding.
Did you ask her about the Xanathar? Or why there's like lots of Xanathar-y things down here? Like grills, and
Well,
why the trolls maybe had the
did-
Xanathar marking.
She mentioned something about the Xanathar in the south, but they didn't go that way.
Did you ask her about the eyes you were seeing?
You were there! You literally were standing right beside me when I asked her that question. So yes, I did ask her about those eyes.
Sorry, God, I just feel a little, I don't know, I feel good right now. I just feel a little, relaxed. I don't know. What's it really, yeah.
Havoc,
did
what's
you-
going on over here?
That's the open doorway where the other bandits came out. It's where the...
Okay, then
room
you
found.
narrated that we explored that.
Yes.
But we didn't go this way, correct?
No.
I want to
Yes,
find
you're
this.
correct.
I want to find this vampire she was talking about. Oh, we've explored a couple of rooms tonight.
Proud of y'all.
We did pretty good tonight so far, you guys. What are you even saying? We did great.
Is this door locked?
It is not.
Is it
by the
trapped?
way,
I don't know. Give me an investigation check.
You did such a good job. I saw all those people out there, and you just charmed all of them?
All but one.
Don't see any traps or anything on it. Big, large wooden door shut, but no traps.
Do you want me to kick this one down?
I can open it for you if you want.
I feel like
Sorry.
we should let her kick one down. She really wants to.
I really want to use my legs.
You can kick it, or we can just open it. It's not trapped. It's not locked, but
It's always succeeded so far.
she's never failed at kicking
You
down a door.
just jinxed
She's
it.
literally kicked down arcane locked doors multiple times.
She has muscled through magically locked doors.
Have you not seen my thighs?
Actually, I think
Oh,
I
you weren't
think
there
both
when
times
I
that
was
you
naked.
did that. It was during literally they were arcane locked doors that like Risk and Viz would like try to tag team unlock. It wouldn't work, and then we'd inspire Talia, and she'd just break it.
But she
And,
did.
like-
She did it when we were going to the Vault of Dragons too.
Yeah,
Twice.
she did do that. Yeah, that's right.
She
But-
did it
and
like
then-
5 times this
Yeah,
campaign.
like, I don't think she's failed to break a door yet.
Pretty sure that's going to be her title. Door breaker.
Breaker of doors.
Talia, breaker of doors.
So, Talia, do you want to kick down this door, or do you want to save it for like a door that's locked?
I want people to fear us. So if they're following the trail of dead bodies, I want them to see the power in the door, and I feel like I'm going to fail this roll now.
Now
I feel
I
like-
believe in you.
I feel like the trail of dead bodies might scare them off.
If I can, because I know the door is unlocked. If I can, like, if there's a way where I can position the door a little bit, so it's more likely for her to break it down. I want to see if I can, like, angle like the door so like it'll put more leverage on the hinges. Just see if I can help her in any way if
I
she
feel like
kicks
that's
down
going
the
to make
door.
it so I hurt myself.
I mean, I'm trying to be helpful. I investigated this door pretty thoroughly.
You could like ram the door or something and kind of soften it up a little bit.
Nah,
but there's
I would
not
like
gonna
to
be
throw
a way
Biz into the door.
Oh
No.
no.
I'm standing off to the side.
All right, Talia, gonna try to break the door down.
Do it.
Yes.
All right, give me an athletics
Running start, flying knee, or kick to the door. Yes.
check. Talia, so excited to run towards the door.
Because
and break
Biz
it down.
fucked with it!
I didn't do
Biz
anything to it.
Looks back and kind of nods, says fine, and lets her charge towards it. She runs, jumping and kind of shoulder charging into the door, and then bounces off and lands back on the ground. Poof!
I'm so exhausted from that rage.
I opened the door.
Mm.
Well, wait. Can I try and show Talia how it's done?
No!
Sure, give me an athletics check.
Oh.
I still want to open the door. It's not a gnat, though. It's not a gnat. I'm gonna wait for Risk to bounce off, and I'm gonna open the door.
Bounce off, land on the ground. You take 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
Oh. I'm just laying on the ground next to Talia. You just look lonely down here.
Did I fall over?
You didn't fall over.
You just like.
You want a hand up, Risk?
Yes, please.
Oh god.
I'm walking through the door.
Probably exhausted from the arm wrestle.
Dude, water open. The best part of all of this, it's not even a locked door.
I'm gonna look at Risk and be like, I'm not healing that.
Liz, as you open the door, give me a dexterity saving throw. As you open the door, shaking your head, you turn back around and you're immediately met by the mandibles and legs of a spider directly in front of you. You flinch backwards instinctively away, not falling down onto your butts, but you see a spider was standing right outside the door. But as you observe it a bit more closely, you see that it is dead.
See? And this is why I use my minion.
Uh,
Oh, this is the room she was talking about with all the pillars, right? Or
As
something?
you're looking into this room, all of the stars on your map,
Or statues.
you see life-size granite statues of human warriors facing inwards and atop 2 rows of pedestals that run through the hall. You see the ceiling of this long hall is 20 feet high, arched, and lightly obscured by thick webs. As you're looking a bit closely, or more closely rather, around at it, you're seeing several bodies of dead spiders within it.
Any live spiders that we can spot?
Make a perception check. Looking around, you see statues going all the way down, providing a lot of cover. They actually go so far down the hallway to the east that you can't see the end of them. Almost an endless row of these warrior statues, but you don't see any spiders.
Is there any, like, markings on the statues or anything?
Not that you're seeing, no. Just lots of very similar looking statues lined all the way down this hallway.
Can we tell how the spiders were killed?
As you're looking at them, you see various cuts and stab wounds. Definitely probably lining up with the weapons that you saw among the Undertaker bandits. Scimitar cuts and things of that nature. Seems she was telling the truth that they fought these spiders.
This is a really big hall, you guys. It goes further than I can see.
Wow, me too.
Oh, Viz, come here.
Hi.
Reach over to my bag of holding and pull out a hooded lantern. And hand it to him.
Oh, cool. When we start exploring again, I'm going to use my mage hand and put it 15 feet out in front of us. And just every minute I need to set it down and recast mage hand.
See, I just imagine that like every time Mage Hand runs out, you go, oh shit, and cast it again and catch it before it hits the ground.
I mean, that would be cool if I could do that, but no, I'm not that cool. I would absolutely trip and fall and break Kai's nice lantern.
There's a hall over here that I can see. This seriously, I don't see the end of this hallway.
Yeah, it goes on a
Seamus video.
yeah, it goes on a long way. Like yeah,
Let's
it goes
check
outside of you.
Let's check the shortest route first, then.
So left then.
Viz, you have a lantern.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna cast mage hand.
Okay, that's your token.
So to the left first.
Hey, Havoc, can you ping me back to the map? I scrolled to the side and then now I can't find it.
It gets so fun. If you accidentally scroll and mess up, it's like good luck.
I
Guys,
panicked earlier doing that.
I found a dead body, just kind of like waving the lantern in front of us.
You see something, definitely a corpse from the looks of it in the distance. It's face down.
A corpse, you say?
Oh dear.
No, I said a dead body.
And there's a door right here.
God said a corpse. I don't know
Yes.
what that is.
Based on your recent investigation, you assume that door goes back into the room where the bandits came out of.
Oh, okay, gotcha. But it looks like maybe the hallway goes this way more.
Definitely goes off to the west. As you're looking that way, you see 6 pillars that are pockmarked with tiny indentations stretching the length of the hall.
Like
Like
what did the
corrosion?
indentations- Yeah.
Make an investigation check.
Okay.
Pockmarked with indentations
Mhm.
is such
That's
DM
definitely
bait for
yeah.
something.
That's definitely sounds like corrosion to me.
As you're looking at it a bit closer, you see that they're between the different pillars, the 3 that you're able to easily see. You see that they're pretty much the same height, and you see that they're surrounding the pillar, 4 of them. As you're looking, you can actually see some edges to the indentation, almost like you would expect from a cut jewel. However, there's no cut jewel here.
Like
Stations.
pried loose jewels, probably. Well, should we go look at the dead body?
Who built Undermountain?
Hallister?
Himself?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait,
You're the
sorry.
one who did research here.
On the things that are here.
Oh. Why though, Havoc?
Why though?
I hate you.
Do I
But
know
that doesn't
anything
look like
about
a
who
spider.
built
That looks like a
Undermountain?
tick.
It does look like a tick.
Can I roll like a history check or something, Havoc? See if I
On
know
what now?
anything.
Sorry,
On
what were you
if,
asking?
If I know anything about who built Undermountain.
So maybe that was like
Uh,
dwarven work, elven work.
Yeah, give me a history check to see how much knowledge you have.
Hmm.
So you know that Undermountain has been around for a very long time. You know that initially it was a build-off of dwarven tunnels that were being made to mine the area. Eventually, however, an ancient mage named Hallister, who was said to be crazy before he even started his venture into Undermountain itself, began expanding it. In your research about Undermountain after deciding to venture there, you learn that Hallister took on the persona and the nickname of the Mad Mage, not necessarily because of his insanity, but his fervent effort to essentially make his own wizard tower, but inverted into the ground instead of a construction, an actual tower above ground. He had followers that even went with him into Undermountain and helped to expand it, other wizards and such that apprenticed under him. You know that he is rumored to have brought creatures from all different planes of existence to this place to further his experiments to it. Nobody's quite sure how far down it went, but they do know that when the Second Sundering happened and different events happened throughout Faerun, that part of Undermountain collapsed. And some said that was even the demise of Hallister, who was said to even be alive centuries later, but with the magic failing and his own magic not able to keep him alive, some scrying magic is even said to have shown Hallister die during the Second Sundering.
Okay, I tell them all of that. So I guess Durnan's hole really contains Hallister's Lizard's Tower.
So it's Hallister's hole.
That must be a big, big hole. How big is the tower?
Unknown, but very, very deep.
It's an inverted tower.
I wonder how that looks.
This is the group that Havoc hand selected.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he asked us. Like, it might have just been out of politeness.
Pity,
might-
mostly.
Yeah, he might have really wanted someone else. I really think that's what happened when he asked me. I was like, "Oh, can me and Cassie play?" He's like, "Wait, you're saying yes? You never say yes." Oh shit!
I'm the pity wife invite. Oh, you're inviting Steve. Got to invite Cassie. Shit, she's a perv. This is a mistake.
I don't know if Havoc knew that before this game started.
I'd gotten glimpses. As you're looking to the north, seeing this corpse, investigating it a bit more closely, you see that this corpse is maggot-ridden. It's a dead human that's lying face down on the floor. You see next to it is a discarded scimitar, a light crossbow, and a money pouch.
Is there a hand attached to that scimitar?
You see no hand attached to the scimitar. You do notice some of the clothing is a bit familiar, a black cloak, what appears to be a blood-stained and ripped-apart wig of black, sleek-backed hair.
She did say the spiders killed some of her guys, and they left them because they were scared or something.
Havoc, does the scimitar look just like a normal weapon, or
Does it look like the weapon that she had drew on us?
Very similar, yes.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit more beaten up, but don't notice anything special about it.
Okay, no like light glowing or anything.
Nah.
How tall are the ceilings in this section? Are they 70 foot as well, or is that just the last one?
No. It's about 10 feet tall.
Okay, so before I leave that little area with the body, I just want to scan around the ceiling with the lantern.
Check
Anything
it.
look out of the ordinary?
That's what changed.
No.
Just like in this room? Like, scan around with the lantern? Nothing? Okay.
Nothing.
I'll let them take the money pouch or the scimitar or whatever, and I'm going to pull the lantern back with me and start heading west.
Pick up the money pouch.
Pick it up. Empty pouch.
Figures. Oh, and we already said the door goes this way. There's a hallway this way, right?
Yes.
Oh, your lantern's down here.
Open that door just so it's... As you move into this area, you see an alcove to your north as you pass by the 6 pillars. You see in the northwest corner of this alcove is a rusty pile of armor. Throughout the rust and such, you see several slices and cuts throughout the armor itself where it's been fully penetrated by some kind of weapon.
Is it the pile of weapons or the pile of armor, is it haphazard or is it like an organized stack?
It's somewhat organized.
It looks very deliberate.
If you hadn't been paying attention and had a lot of light, it almost looked like somebody was like crumpled against the wall sitting down, but on further inspection you see it's just armor. There's no corpse or body inside the armor.
If I nudge it with the lantern, does it move or anything? Does it respond?
As you reach forward with the lantern kind of moving against the armor, against the helmet kind of makes a squeaking noise as it falls off of the armor itself, landing and clanging off the ground.
Hold my breath for a second. Okay, cool. And then I'm moving my lantern down to the south. Looks like it wraps around. Guys, seriously, the gift of vision is amazing. This is neat. No idea what I was missing out on. These hallways are so long.
That's what she said.
Just the echo of Cassie. That's what she said.
Just kind of poking my head around the corner. Putting my lantern down there.
What?
This is... I don't know if this is laggy for you guys. It's so laggy for me right now.
That's what I was just saying. I was like, why is it?
You'll never guess what I see around the corner down here.
What do you see around the corner?
More hallway.
As you round
Aren't
the
you
hallway
glad you
this
can see more hallway?
Can. This lantern's amazing.
A door.
Is this door locked?
Doesn't appear to be.
Doesn't matter. Still spider.
Wait.
Talia, do you want to break this door?
Is there a spider behind it?
Maybe.
You can
I don't
there
know.
could-
and look.
There
Hold on. Let me consult the
probably-
book. If the player asks if there is a spider there, you have to tell them.
Yes.
Like one very specific entry in the campaign.
That is a rule. That is a rule. I've
Yep,
read
that's
that
a
rule.
rule.
That's
DMG,
definitely
yep.
a rule.
Yes, there is
I have
a
spider sense. Danger sense. Spider sense.
Danger
No.
sense is
Not
basically spider
Spidey
sense.
sense. It's spider sense.
Talia, Spider-Man,
Uh,
Barbarian.
I'd like to kick it. I'd like
Life
to
sense.
give my thighs one more try.
Do it.
Life
no
sense.
Pings, no pings of life sense.
Okay, no, you're good.
None?
None.
Oh
No.
God.
From your
We're all
friends.
We're all
It's
dead.
undead. We're all dead now.
All right, Talia, you kicking down this door?
Do it.
Yes.
It's probably just going to be more plates that are going to crash and make a bunch of noise again.
Athletics check.
It's literally more plates.
Boom! Knee kind of cramps up a little bit. It almost bent the wrong way. Ow! It doesn't feel good.
It's because there's spiders.
No.
I want to try again.
No.
Damn it!
Bounces off the door.
This is amazing.
Bounces off
Head
the
first.
We're going down.
Oh, how'd your party get TPK'd, Havoc? A door. Oh, was it a mimic? No, it was an actual fucking door.
It was unlocked.
An unlocked non-trap door, specifically.
I'm just gonna open the door.
Okay.
I'm gonna set the lantern down and recast Mage Hand.
As the light illuminates beyond the door, skulls tumble into the hall. Hundreds of skulls. You
Regret.
see all of them could be human or elf or dwarf. It's hard to tell as they just start spilling into the hallway. You see that these skulls were piled from floor to ceiling in this room.
I'd like to pick one up and make it a puppet to say, "Hello, Dot."
Nope. Hate it.
Thanks, I hate
so
it.
much. Why? Why is this door open?
Does it help if I put some of my hair on top of it so
that
it
makes
doesn't
it
look so
worse.
skeleton?
Now. Yep, we're just gonna go this way now.
Not plates, but bones. Does this look similar to the plate room? Like a really small closet?
Yeah, really small closet full of bones.
Okay, guys, so now we need to go find the secret door that's on the other side of this closet.
There's an arrow here.
I just drew that.
Okay, I'm like, have we been here before?
I've been marking floors as we go
Oh, okay,
occasionally.
So we don't get lost.
Dead end hallway?
Appears to be.
Can I make sure it's a dead end? Check
Sure,
the wall.
if you would like. Make a perception or investigation check.
Did you just say if you want to die?
I didn't say that. You said that. As you're looking around, don't see anything untoward. Looks like a small alcove here at the end of the hall.
Oh, I guess I was wrong. I was expecting another room.
Yeah.
Well,
Not just limited to one person to look around.
Someone else look.
Can I also give it a?
Sure.
Oh fuck!
Perception.
before. Perception or investigation?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It's
that's
a dead
it.
end, guys. Definitely a dead
Oh,
end.
Jesus Christ.
all right.
Maybe you guys aren't
Yep,
looking
nope,
right.
nothing.
Let's
You're
go. Let's check our.
We're
Let's
leaving.
go check the other way.
Talia, come start kicking walls.
Yeah, just kick off.
What? You guys searched it. It's fine. Don't need to keep
Can I
walls.
spin in the hallway with my arms out but in fists?
Just punch off the wall.
Wonder Woman spin.
Hit a bunch of rocks. Lots of stone walls.
Oh man.
Just some walls here, you guys.
Uh-oh, now I'm lost. Okay, there we go.
So much space to cover. We're going back up here.
Well, back to the infinite hallway.
Yeah.
Jack, go ahead and roll one more investigation check for me.
Okay. There was.
Hey.
Since you're paying real close attention, I will say that you did find what appeared
Uh-huh.
to be a door back in that hallway.
Oh, hey guys, there's a secret door back there.
Just kidding.
Are you just trying to make my legs stronger so I can kick doors down by making me walk
I don't
more?
so far away.
You all bolted down that hallway. I was thinking about it. I was like, man.
We didn't find anything, so why would
Yeah,
we
I mean,
investigate it?
we
Four
all
of us looked at it,
literally, yeah.
I'm back.
and Talia punched it, so we're good. I guess 3 of us looked for it, and Talia punched it.
Mhm.
So are we backtracking now?
As I got out there, I was like, wait, I gotta go check it one more time. I just feel like there's something there.
Wait, guys, I remember what a door is.
Alright, what do I find?
You find on the wall to the north of this alcove seems to be seams of a door here, and it seems as you're kind of messing with it and such and kind of pushing on it, the wall kind of gives way a bit.
Ooh. Tell you just didn't quite punch in the right spot.
I probably, yeah, you're right. You need to show
loosened
me
it up
what
or
spot to hit, where I should put my fist.
Push on it.
Oh, you said you're pushing on it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. As you push on it, the wall slides backwards and then stops, and then on its own volition begins to slide to the right, out of the way, revealing a small chamber beyond.
What's that?
As you look into this chamber, you see 2 prominent things. On the floor, on the right side of the room, you see a throne. Against the wall, you see atop a marble riser stands a slender throne, also that seems to be made of green copper and covered in cobwebs. On the ground next to this throne, you see, of the same shade of green, a copper helm with a protective visor that slides down, also draped in cobwebs.
This looks like a job for Scary Potter.
Yeah, probably.
He's got it.
I'll hold the light.
He's already died once.
What's the second time, really?
Okay, so what are we gonna have him do?
Put on the helmet. Duh.
Yes.
And sit on the throne.
Put on the helmet and sit on the throne?
Yes.
Okay. I tell Scary Potter to pick up the helmet and put it on his head properly.
Picks it up, starts to put it on backwards, and the guy's like, and kind of motions for it to be turned around. Scary Potter turns it around and then sets it on his head. He now has a green helmet with a visor.
Did his AC go up?
Nope. It's not how armor works.
Can you take
Damn
it
it.
back off?
Can he take it back off
Comes
before
off
he
with-
sits on the throne?
with his head.
Raises the helm off of his head. Cobwebs kind of hanging on his hands and such, but yeah, able to take it off.
Okay.
Give me that. Give me it. Give me. Oh, okay. Regret. Yep. Okay.
Regret.
Okay, hands jot the throne, or the
Throne, oh,
throne,
shit.
the helmet.
Yeet the throne.
Okay, Jot, you have a green helm.
Any inscriptions on it? Anything? It's copper.
Yeah, copper, green. That's it.
We'll investigate this later, perhaps. Throne? Anything?
Green throne made of copper.
What the fuck is this? Nothing happened when you sat on it?
I didn't. You told him to give you.
Oh,
the
he didn't sit
thing,
on it
so
with
he
the-
didn't get no.
No, you took it before you did so.
Yep.
Oh, I
He
thought
put it
sat-
on his head. He started walking over there, and you said you wanted
Oh,
it, so
I'm
he
sorry.
took
I
it
didn't
off.
realize. Okay, here,
Yeah.
put it back on your head. Sit on the throne. If he teleports somewhere, though, we're so fucked.
Yeah. Puts it back on his head and goes to sit on the throne.
All right. So you see him putting it back on his head, moving over to the throne, turns around, kind of looking over at Kai, kind of motions to sit down. Scary Potter sits down on the throne. You all hear an audible click, and then you hear a grinding noise from above. You look up and you see one of the panels of stonework above the throne is sliding backwards. And as it gets back with a heavy thunk, you see a small item dropping from the ceiling and lands right into Scary Potter's lap. It's a small, small tube.
Does this throne build look similar to the build of the other one? Is it snaky arms and stuff, or is it a different type of throne?
No, it's pretty plain looking, just squared off edges and such, all made of copper, but otherwise unremarkable.
Why do I keep doing this? Okay. Any inscriptions on it, anything like that?
No, but as you're taking it, you kind of feel something rattling inside this tube. You see one end of it screws off.
It's one of those can snakes.
Unscrew it.
Foot, plop. Pop it off. Pop the top off. As you shake it out to your hand, you see a long, slender stick falls into your hand. And as you're looking down at it, this is a wand of some kind.
Scary Potter gets a wand.
No.
And becomes a real wizard.
No. There's one wizard in this party.
You are a wizard, zombie.
You're a wizard, Scary.
Do I have any idea what it might be, other than just a wand?
You can give me an Arcana check. See if you recognize the magic inside of it. 19.
Otherwise, I'll just cast Identify later. But
as you're looking at the wand, you see that it's not just a straight stick. It has this intertwining, almost circular. Imagine like how DNA looks when it's a visual representation.
Helix.
Yeah, a helix. Going down to a point where it becomes solid again and then extends out and has kind of a rounded side. As you're looking at it and kind of thinking about what it could do, you remember seeing similar designs when wands are crafted. You know that magic sometimes can be used to funnel down a helix pattern like this, and then it emanates in all directions around the wand itself. And it has one specific purpose, and that is to find hidden things. You recognize this as a wand of secrets.
Ooh. Okay.
That I will put in your journal.
Where's my dad?
Where's my dad? Dad?
Dad? Are you dad?
Are you my dad?
Show me my dad, and it just spins to Talia. What the fuck?
Oh, that's a cool design.
I want to see.
Show it to everyone, Havoc.
Okay.
I just went to go and look, and I'm like, oh, he said journal, not handouts.
Oh, that's real cool.
Ooh, that is cool.
Ooh, look at the knob on that thing.
Giggity.
Yep.
Oh. Yeah.
That
Guys,
is cool.
I'm so glad that I had that bolt of inspiration suddenly to figure out where this hidden door was.
We were given a hammy from the DM from God.
We were.
He's gonna take it
God.
at me later.
Remember,
I mean, he could-
gave
he
you
could-
something.
He could have put us in a room that then like poured acid on us or something.
We all just walked in.
You missed this secret room. Get back in there. All right, cool. You trigger a trap, you all die. Ha!
Ha!
He's tired of our whole jokes.
What are your dying words? Durnan's hole is acidic.
Durnan's hole burns.
Toxic in here.
glug, 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 glug.
Bonnie out of his hole.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, you have a wand of secrets in your possession now. Got knowing the inner workings of it.
Cool.
May help with finding secret places going forward.
That might.
What does it do, Jot?
I think if you use it, if there's a secret door or trap within 30 feet of you, it points at the one closest.
Yeah.
How many times can you do it?
3 times.
Ever?
And then it gets like 1d3. It's
Every day?
charges. However, that's weird. Like I don't. It just kind of like recharges gradually itself.
Yeah.
When is dawn? What time is it?
Yeah, what time is it?
Don't know.
It's real hard to tell down here.
Uh-huh.
Do you guys feel tired?
So how do you know if your thing regains
Yes.
its charges?
Don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a feat for that.
There is a feat for that.
I'm
There's
not.
also clocks. I really should have bought like a watch. That would have been smart.
You don't have a pocket watch? I feel like you should have a pocket watch.
I feel like I should too. I really feel like that's something that Josh should have. Actually, can I? Is that one of the things I can make?
It's just a gnome.
As just a gnome.
You can make a lighter.
I can make a clockwork toy, but
Clockwork.
not a clock. Yeah.
Can't make a clockwork clock.
Unfortunately, that is not listed as a clockwork clock.
I'm not feeling especially tired. I'm not really hurt, but I'm starting to get low on my magics.
Yeah. I got a little bit, and I feel like if I sat for an hour, I could get a little bit more magical energy. But I got a little bit of magic still.
I feel like my muscles are tired because I haven't been able to kick down doors. Those rages just got
It's
to me.
not working for you?
What was with why couldn't you hurt that thing? The flesh golem.
I heard it, and my weapons just didn't go as deep as I planned. Maybe just because we're so deep in the hole, my eyes are off or something.
Man, that was crazy. I've never seen anything not take damage like that. So are we going north? And going down the endless hallway? Or are we going to go
Endless
south
hallway?
towards bugbears and headless statues?
I would say endless hallway. There's got to be an end eventually, right?
I mean, that would kind of make it not endless.
Well, we're just hypothetically calling it endless hallway. When Scary Potter gets off the throne, does that little thing close?
It closed a few seconds after the
Oh,
wand
okay,
dropped.
just close automatically. Okay. Cool. I want to look at that helmet later, just to check.
He's going to continue wearing it.
That's fine. I want to look at it later.
Okay.
Sprint
Couple
back down the
members of the
hallway.
party are way the hell ahead of everybody.
Shoo. Oh god, I'm frozen. There we go. We're fine.
Wait for everybody to catch up with one another.
Oh god. So this was a dead end, right?
Yes.
So just the endless hall. And there's no markings on any of these statues, right? Just
No, just bunch of
Statues of
statues. A
dudes.
lot of statues.
Any goblin graffiti on any of these?
Oh, I think I got my character token stuck.
uh-oh.
I put it on one of those spots
Oh,
that's
yeah.
right on the corner.
There you go.
Oh, there's a hole. Shit, there's hallways that go south too.
So as you're walking down the hallway, amidst these almost endless statues, though, as you move forward, getting about halfway down the row of statues, you do start to see an end to them. However, you do see a few paths arising ahead of you. One leading to the south that seems to end in a wooden door. Another one to the north that is just a door. And another one down here just beyond the lantern light leading there. And then a set of large double doors at the end of the hallway.
So they heard scary noises behind double doors, right?
And beyond that, the doors was something frightening sounding on the other side.
Yeah, just scary.
Well, if it's frightening sounding, then we may want to prepare before we go in there.
Yeah.
Should I kick this door down?
Maybe
People
not.
I just feel like I don't want you to hurt your foot anymore. I feel like it looks like that's hurting, and we should just really save that for when we need it.
Talia, I've known Jot for a little while now, and what she's saying, she just doesn't think you can do it.
That's not what I said.
I can kick this door down. This is the door.
I'm not gonna stop you because I'm not physically capable of doing it.
Cast reduce.
I'd be a little fish.
I wish I was an arcane trickster and my mage hand could be invisible and I could just open it at the same time.
Sure, let's open this door. But just open. Let's just actually just open it.
Is it locked?
I don't know.
I'd like to check if it's locked.
Okay, give me an investigation check.
You mean athletics?
You see a handle on it, a little latch. Seems to be unlocked.
I'd like to kick it down.
Athletics check.
On
Survey
brand.
says
Ah!
she reaches back with her leg, and as she does so, she punches a hole straight through the door. Doesn't break it down though, but it's
You
open.
did it!
There's a hole in the door now.
There's a
Broke
hole in the door.
Hey, Jack, can you see through that hole?
Yep. Kinda.
See a little bit of a hallway on the other side.
There's a hallway.
Oh wow, big surprise.
Yeah, I know.
What if there's
We'll
a dead
open the
what if
door.
there's a dead end at the end of that hallway?
Probably eventually. I will open the door.
It opens.
So powerful. Anything
You
in
see
here?
that the room is empty, but one thing you hadn't quite noticed, the room seems to be sloping downwards a little bit.
There's never mind. I was like, but it just ends? No, but I don't see anything in here.
No, just an empty room.
Just slopes down. Any drains or
No, it just seems to have a
Just
bit of an
downward
incline kind of to your right a little bit.
slope?
Does it smell damp?
Make an insight check. Everybody make an insight check.
Oof. Oh no. Hey, there we go. Oh good. Hey.
As you're all moving in, you get a faint whiff that you haven't smelled before. It's a bit odd, a bit sour to your nostrils. Kai, you've smelled this before in some of the alchemical labs that you found yourself in from time to time. You recognize this as the kind of stagnant or I don't know what this actually smells like. It's almost burnt smelling with a sour tinge to it. You recognize this is the smell of acid.
Oh.
That's reassuring.
If I was to look at the upper incline, so it declines down, so if I was to look at the upper part and examine the ceiling and walls for like slots or holes or something where people could pour stuff down and it would slope down this way, do I find anything like that?
Make a perception check. Nothing you see. You see it's tilting a bit oddly. Your right foot being a bit lower than your left. But don't see any reason for it to slope down like that. No slots or anything of that nature.
Okay, I was just looking to see if there was anything on the outside. That's an odd room.
There's more of it though.
Yeah, room continues on
Oh, really?
to another hallway.
More
No.
hallways?
No way.
You see it starts to slope very deeply as you start going down this tunnel.
Like hard to keep our footing deeply?
No, not that hard, but it's definitely a slight or more than a slight decline.
Oh god, I've left. Okay, there. Never mind. I was like, I've left Seamus somewhere. I found him.
I lost my owl.
Lost. If Seamus, come back. I mean, for John, it's not a problem. She can just be like, "Come here." But for Shu, it's like, "Fuck, where's the token?"
As you move down, the decline rather goes down a good 20 feet or so as you kind of stop yourself, able to move down the stone floor. As you move into this next room, however, you see the room has a dome ceiling, 15 feet high at the edges and 30 feet high in the middle. The dome itself is filled with sizzling acid that seems to defy gravity as it floats 15 feet above the floor. In the middle of the room, an 8-foot-tall statue of a 4-armed fish monster, which Talia recognizes as a somewhat disfigured 4-armed Sahuagin, stands in the middle of this room, facing north. Its webbed hands are clutching an ornate 1-foot square stone box with a lid and a keyhole.
We have a key, don't we?
We have a lock.
Oh,
I have
fuck.
a lock with a key.
Damn it.
And there's like a dome of acid above that.
Yes.
We still have our bone friend.
Probably anything that goes up to that, the acid drops. Looking at... So I'll kind of scoot up a little bit. Looking...
So let me make sure I understand this right. There is a statue, and above the statue is anti-gravity acid.
Mhm.
Is it in a container, or it's just like free floating?
It's free floating. It's floating above your head. You see it bubbling like
Above our head or the head of the statue?
above the head of the statue in the domed room.
And then on the statue, there is something with a keyhole.
Yes, there is an ornate 1-foot square stone box with a lid and a keyhole in its hands.
Does the box look like it's part of the statue or separate?
It is not made, or it's made of stone, but it does not look to be part of the statue. No.
Checking something.
Does the floating acid have any sort of like viscous shape or anything like that? Does it seem to be very liquidy? Does it seem to be kind of thicker or anything like that?
Asking about the acid above?
Yeah, the acid.
You can see it bubbling. It's almost like you're looking at a pool of acid, but the pool is above your head.
Does it take up the whole room?
The whole room, yeah.
Okay, so like basically everything in this room, there's this pool of acid floating above it.
Yes.
Is there still a decent slope on the floor here?
Yes. Leading to the declining down to the east side of the room.
And does it look like... Oh, go ahead.
Is there any way to estimate how much acid is floating up there? Like how much of the room it would fill if it dropped?
Well, I mean, it covers the full size of the room, and it starts at 15 feet above you at the corners, and then it goes up to 30 feet at the top. And he said it's kind of like a I don't remember how he described that. Almost like a bowl.
Yeah, basically
right?
it's a dome
like an
ceiling,
upside down dome
but
ceiling.
You can see the edges of the dome ceiling before the acid kind of covers it over. You can kind of see through the acid. It's a little bit opaque.
Oh, that's right. You did say dome.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can see the dome. It's a considerable amount of acid floating above your head. It would definitely probably flood this room a bit.
Okay, that's what I was kind of trying to get at. Okay.
How tightly does the box look in his hands? Like, does it look super secure, just sitting there?
One second. What was your question? Sorry.
How tightly does the box look secured that he's handling?
Its webbed hands are kind of over the top and bottom of it. It looks pretty secure. It'd be a little bit difficult to pull free.
Looking at the floor, anything unusual? Tile looks strange. Anything?
Perception check.
And then, from my understanding, the previous room and the hallway, everything is kind of sloping towards this room. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
This room's at the
Yes.
bottom of the slope.
As you're looking around the room, you don't see any other distinguishing marks aside from the statue and the acid floating above it.
Do the walls in the hallway look like acid have run down the hallway before?
No, not that you notice.
It wouldn't go up the slope. It would have to be like a lot, right?
Oh, I thought we were going down. Sorry.
We are going down. So if the acid
Yeah.
fell down,
Like this is
It
the
wouldn't-
lowest point,
yeah.
basically.
Yeah, it
I
wouldn't
just
come
thought,
back
like,
to us.
if there's acid at the top that, like, floated down.
Oh,
and
it
then
like floated.
out.
Oh,
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah, I gotcha.
I'm gonna use my mage hand and just touch the box and see if it seems loose. Like maybe the mage hand could pull out the box.
Okay. As you do so,
Acid falls, we all die.
the box does
Yeah.
not move at all.
So it's
More than
It's
30.
pretty
super
firm.
super heavy, or lodged in there.
Yeah,
Okay.
one of the two.
And now is the. I'm trying to understand the picture a little bit. The box is above the acid. To like touch the box, you'd have to go through the acid.
No. The acid's on the ceiling.
Okay.
So there's a statue holding the box like this, and then floating above the head like anti-gravity is the pool of acid.
I do have a key. We found it in Uktar's room. Well, in the soldier's room.
Really?
Yeah.
DMX Machina,
Alright.
yes, you found a key earlier.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you want to
Can you
investigate?
hand it to the mage hand?
Yeah, let the mage hand try to.
Yeah.
Unlock it.
Yeah, I'll hand it to the weird green floating hand. I don't understand why you think his things are so creepy, but this is kind of creepy too.
Before the hand grabs the key, I'm just gonna gently caress his cheek, and then grab the key. And I'm gonna go put the key in the hole.
I'm both aroused and
Well, I'm going to attempt to put the key in the hole.
Okay. As you
Smart.
float the key over,
Kai's got the right idea.
it slides right into the keyhole.
Mm.
With Kai's or with Risk's suggestion, turn to the right.
Click.
Was that the box, or did we spring a trap?
Did the key just break? Don't tell me the key just broke.
You see
Now
the
we'll
key
know.
rotate to the right.
see. I'm not holding the lantern anymore.
An audible click that you would expect from a lock unlocking.
Hey.
With my extendo arm, I'm going to open the lid to the box. Or can I?
Yeah.
Does it have a lid? I know it was a box, but like,
Yes. Has
okay.
a lid.
Open it up.
Okay. Box is open.
It seems okay if I bring the key back, give the key back. Wait, I guess the key stays in the lock. I'll have my mage hand reach in there and see if it can grasp anything.
As your mage hand shuffles around in there, it seems to find something, and as it comes back out of the box, You see the mage hand is pulsing a bit as it rises out of the box holding a beating heart.
What?
Oh god. Oh god.
Why is it
What?
beeping?
I'm gonna bring you the heart. I guess. And just
And then-
turn around, everyone.
Go Khaleesi
What
and
are
just
we
eat
doing?
it.
What is it? What do you see?
Kai, do you know what kind of heart this is? Is it still beating?
It's like
It feels like it's still beating.
Boodoo, boodoo, boodoo.
Kai, what is this?
I
what the fuck?
I don't know.
Let's bury it under a floorboard.
Does this feel magical, like necromancy kind of magic?
It's necromantic as fuck.
It feels necromantic as fuck. That's why I brought it to my best pal, Kai.
Is it black?
You see, it's pretty withered and such, like it's an old heart or dried out or something, but it's still beating.
Are you my dad?
Boodoo, boodoo, boodoo.
What does the wand say? Does it say it's his dad?
I don't think it works like that, but I will try it because what the fuck?
Waving the wand.
The
fuck are you?
What the fuck?
Nothing.
I don't know
Use
if
the
it didn't
charge.
work or if it just doesn't. There's nothing around here.
I'll take it.
I give the beating heart to Kai.
Falls out of the mage hand into Kai's hand. It beats slowly in your hand, Kai.
Does it look humanoid?
About the size as what you would expect in a humanoid creature.
Maybe
I'm
if
gonna check my own pulse. Okay, it's not my heart. I'm gonna
you
rummage
sure?
back around in the box to see if there's anything else.
Didn't come up with anything else.
I don't have.
And there's no. Is there any writing anywhere? Like,
Where do you
here
write
lies
on
the
a heart?
of this person. Fuck this guy because we stole his heart. What?
This little banner with text that says "Mom" attached to the heart.
Don't see anything. Just a slightly beating heart, withered and kind of gray with age.
Throw it in the acid.
I wish
don't-
it.
Let's not disturb the acid.
Yeah.
Why was there a beating heart in a box
I
under a
don't
ceiling of
know.
acid? What the fuck?
Would like to try to get this identified if we can.
I mean,
It-
sure, I can try casting that. I
it-
guess.
Oozes of necromancy, and
Can we get out of this room?
yes,
Yeah, I don't
yes,
wanna be
we
in the job.
absolutely yes.
Yep.
Let's get out of here.
What the actual?
All right. So as the party retreats back to the hallway, Kai puzzling over a still beating heart that was recovered from a room that had acid floating above it. Seems like it was a room that was greatly protected, at least to a degree. And you found something that was within it that seemed to have been meant to be protected. Quite an interesting mystery. But it is a mystery that we will have to explore next time, because that is where we're going to go in the session for the evening.
That's so cool.
What the fuck?
It's just like, yeah, it's just a heart.
It's just a heart. It's still beating. No big deal.
Oh man.
I mean, it's so cool and
Okay.
unique that even our necromancer's like, I don't know what the fuck.
What the fuck is this?
He's like, my necromancy doesn't work like that.
What the fuck?
This shit's dark, yo.
So I thought we had found a key, and I asked her, "Oh no, we got a lock with a key." And then I had heard the the sound for when someone puts something in chat. And I look and there's nothing there. All right, cool. And then I hear it again, and I look and there's nothing there. But then I realized I had scrolled up to look at something, and so like it didn't like auto scroll me back down. And I'd had a DM from Havoc. He's like, "No, you were right. You did find a key."
I don't remember you finding a key. Where did you find a key?
We found a key in
The
Urktal's.
room?
Yeah, in the soldiers' room with the cops. And
Yeah.
Yeah, the barracks.
yep.
Oh, this is fun.
Just a beating heart. It's fine.
We've got a body collected, or a skeleton. Now we've got a heart. We've got to find some skin, like the flesh golem.
This is, I mean, this is
Okay,
a necromancer's dream come true, honestly.
I'm gonna be honest. Jot has Seamus. Kai has his own pets.
We have so many pet things.
Can I have the heart? I kind of want a pet. I'll just tie it on a leash and just drag
it
along
around.
with it.
We put a little top hat on it.
Sure, and maybe a monocle. And then I have a pet too. Sure, it's really dark and edgy. But,
I
you know,
can make you a pet.
by my bleeding heart, and I'll make a lot of heart references.
How's your dog gonna feel about that?
Oh, I'm not bringing this thing above the surface. God no.
You're not gonna walk around Waterdeep with your heart pet.
We're we're underneath Waterdeep in the great under hallway. Because that's all I think is fucking down here. It's
Yeah, we're-
fucking hallways.
We're in the other hallway, one layer deep. One of them is going to be just, a level of stairs, and one is just going to be, the level of windows and shit. Just constant.
Where's the level of elevators? All right, come on.
The very bottom.
We're gonna
Very
find
bottom.
an escalator that's moving upwards.
Yeah, of course.
Shit!
You and Talia are going to pass it, and the rest of us are going to be like panting, catching our breath. Jot is eventually going to make us fly above it.
All right,
I would pick up Jot.
all right. Gonna end stream.
Bye, stream.
Hi, stream.
All right, let's do this.